So, yesterday, the party grappled with the sudden revelation that Emerus's father had not only attempted to assassinate him and had essentially disowned him as a son, but also had assisted a cult in a ritual destruction of Rutar, the smaller of the two moons. It was late, and the party then decided to split to head to their individual places for sleep. As they walked to the tavern, Ember and Lawrence had a deep conversation about each of their emotions, the stresses of adventuring, and how Lawrence kind of just wants to help Ember feel better. Arriving at the tavern, the two of them shared a quick peck on the cheek before heading to bed. During the night, all members of the party experienced the same dream, adrift alone on an endless sea in a rowboat underneath a featureless sky. A figure fishing in the sea was seen on the horizon, and as soon as each person nearly arrived at this figure, each of them woke up. The next morning, the party reconvened at the tavern, including Song and Morrigane's adventuring party. Before commencing the important conversation, Doric introduced the party to what he had been working on in his absence, a modification to the wagon, making the inside divorced from the material plane so that the inside has space for 5 bedrooms. Once made comfortable inside, you all decided to begin preparations to leave Tano and head to the supposed teleportation destination of Ivre du Monde before they were stopped by Ember Krobin. Traveling this route would take the party near the mountain town of Shirok, where they all met a few months ago, an excellent opportunity to visit an old friend. Also, through your combined brain power, the party drew the connection between the Harbingers and the planar conjunctions, realizing that they must be connected and that the Harbingers must be causing the planes to collide for some unknown purpose. During the last day of their Tano stay, the party wrapped up any minor loose ends in the city they could think of. Ember said farewell to his ex, Kanan. Lawrence escorted the spirit of Everett Keenread across the bar, burying him next to Ember's mother. Emerus and Sunny took a much-needed rest at their special location under the piers, feeding the fish. With an uneventful night passing, a chilly morning comes, and the 4 of you gather at the carriage. The beckoning road awaits, and the world is yours.
All right. We all ready to go? Sorted out all of our business?
Well, how about we... Sorry, hang on. It's not every day we're in a great big city, so how about we get some supplies before we leave? And also,
I
we still...
personally am very, very low on coin, but you're more than welcome to.
I do have a bit of coin still. Also, we do have... my bag is full of extremely expensive wine.
Yes, but consider that the person that would probably not be on board with selling it, we'd have to convince them to sell it, will be Ember. And the second you tell Ember he needs to do something, it's the one thing he really, really doesn't want to do.
I have a great...
Always standing right next to him and not listening. What? Who said that? Say my name?
Okay, Ember, the wine you took from the councilman?
Oh, read a bottle, sure.
Well, I was gonna recommend selling some.
You might not want to sell it in the city.
Why?
Well, I mean, he's an important council member. I think he'd know if his wine was being sold to alcohols stores.
Is there any...
You don't want it getting back to him. That kind of defeats the purpose of stealing. So.
I mean, I guess. I mean, there's gotta be underground people who we could sell to.
Yeah,
Well,
but
the underground don't really want expensive wines. That's not really
I guess so.
its item, unfortunately.
But when it comes down to it, I mean, saving a few bottles wouldn't hurt. But with all of that, the gold we attain from selling a lot of it, you could buy cheaper wine and more of it.
Okay, so what is it, werewolf guy?
I was just saying, maybe you could sell it in a small town.
Yes, not a bad idea. You also jack up the price then. I don't know what it's worth.
I mean,
Gold.
isn't it already like top shelf wine?
Yeah, that's why nobody knows what top shelf wine is worth. We can, go high.
Very true.
Hmm.
We had an
I'm sure you-
escapade
What?
in real life trying to find a top shelf bourbon, and the
Oh,
prices
no.
were through the fucking roof.
Do you think there's gonna live a wine expert in a bumfuck nowhere town? No!
I am sure you can sweet talk someone into buying it for quite some coin.
Exactly.
Alright, regardless, I still need to buy some supplies for the road. There's something I still have been meaning to fix up.
Which is?
The sword I gave to Lawrence.
Oh.
I've been planning some stuff about it, but well, running around Tano kind of took my focus away. And I'd rather get that fixed up.
You know, now that you mention it, so I may not. Actually, this may be a good time for you to take your sword back because in the time that we haven't really been together, not to say my sword skills have like degraded, but I'm focusing on magic more now.
Really?
I am.
Wait.
Which actually brings me to another point. If we have 300 gold coins that we want to pull together, I can have a Revivify stocked up.
York would just look at. Oops, sorry.
Which, if Sonny didn't think ahead and have that, then Ember wouldn't be here right now. So I think it would be a good investment.
York would just look at Lawrence for a few seconds, just say, "Wait, you can do magic again."
I just realized I didn't tell you.
You couldn't do
I've-
magic?
I remember I used to be a paladin of Helm, and on finding out that Helm was dead all along, I guess with that illusion broken, I can't really swear to my oath anymore.
To be perfectly honest, I thought you could do magic this whole time.
There was a time I couldn't, but for a little while I have been able to do some minor magics. It's just gotten better as I've communicated more with, I suppose, the spiritual plane, the plane of the dead. It's really quite hazy, but something along those lines.
When the feck did that happen?
Actually, just last night.
And you're talking to some spirit who's given you the powers?
Something like that. I think it's some kind of fragment of the god of the grave that used to be a god in like in ancient times in the first era. But it's as I've said, it's unclear.
Uh, I'm not here no idiot, but is it completely safe talking to this entity?
I trust him.
Okay. Wait,
And I really haven't talked to him any more than once. I feel if he had ulterior motives, he would, be able to speak to me more. I truly think that the one time I was able to reach out to him was just the time that his powers and mine aligned in that rare moment, seeing as how he is just a fragment of his former self.
That's strange. How does a god become a fragment anyway?
Something about the divine abscondment.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Oh, but your sword, you want it back. And he reaches into his sheath, and he grabs the long sword of spell rending, the sheath alongside it, and he hands it to Doric.
All right. Well, if you rather not use the sword anymore,
It's best in your hands. It's not that I don't want to, but if we have one sword, it should go to you, I think.
I guess. Amorous, do you have any knowledge of how to use a longsword?
Am I here yet? Because we
Oh.
ended it last time where I was at home.
Yes, you are here. Everyone is
Okay.
here if you want. If you don't want, if you want to be home, cuddling with
Can run
Sunny,
it too.
we can say this is the part where you come in.
Yeah, we'll say this is where Sunny, like, you'll hear a knock at the door, and then, can I, like, come in without Doric being there?
I believe so.
Yeah, all the
Okay.
party. Yeah, out of character. All party members have permissions to unlock the arcane lock.
You guys are in the carriage. Okay, I had.
Well, they went to bed there, so I assumed.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Yeah. After a bit of talking, you'll hear the door open and Emerson will peek in and then come in and close it behind him. I've decided I'm gonna keep traveling with you guys.
Glad to hear it.
Yes, very good.
Oh, my turn. Yes, good. Yes, it's great.
Hey, there you go.
Sorry, I'm excited. I'm not paying attention.
No, yeah, that's fine. Can I talk to you all about something real quick?
Sure.
Of course.
Okay.
I just have had a lot on my mind, between the seed and everything and the inn and all of our travels and my family and quite frankly all the very horrifying things that have happened while we were all together. And I think that I've put it on a shelf and pretended like it was something I can just look at and not be affected by. And I know that's not really how this works, and I realize I've just been very distant and rude to you all sometimes. And please don't take this the wrong way, but I fully intention to consider all of you like very interesting but temporary friends until I eventually returned home at the end of the year. So I never wanted to bring it up to you guys because that means it's worth bringing up, and then if it's worth bringing up, then it means it's like actually important and it needs to be talked about. And I didn't want any of this to come closer than arm's length, and I'm sure in many ways nobody here does, but I am sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at anybody here in the past. I've honestly, I don't think I've ever truly been angry at any of you, besides like very shallowly with you, Ember.
I deserved it.
Yeah. Anyway, none of that deserved to be directed at you, and this whole having friends thing is quite honestly very weird and awkward and a good way, but I wanted to apologize to everyone. Yeah. Sorry.
Apology accepted, bud.
Hey, same
And
here. But honestly, oops, sorry.
and while I completely understand your initial wanting to keep us at arm's length, I'm glad that we're not that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we have been traveling since the beginning of this whole mess, and it's silly to pretend like we are all just coworkers at this point.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree.
Honestly, I can kind of relate. I mean, when I first met you all, I mean, I wasn't in the greatest place. I was literally hunting people down in the Expanse for my own reasons. And when I needed some coin for a simple job, I thought you would be, you know, it's quite harsh to say, but a means to an end. But, well, I was kind of just reminded that I'm not exactly that kind of person to just push away people. I mean, in the end, I'm kind of a people person. And I enjoy traveling with other people. So, I guess I can apologize for that as well, because, well, we've kind of shared quite a bit of harrowing experiences over time, and that kind of brings people together in a way. So,
Yeah.
you're all not just means to an end. So I trust all of you.
I trust you all as well.
For what it's worth, I'm learning how to do that. But yes, me as well.
You're only people.
We're only
Yeah,
people. We all have flaws, but no matter what, it helps to be able to trust one another.
yeah. I was just Sunny and I were talking last night, and honestly, I've kind of imagined our group just being a memory I shared with fondness sometime down the line when, you know, I was probably going to be working in an office, maybe as a council member. But things change, and I am not really attached to the idea of just thinking about what we've been through idly. So I'm fully here now.
Life kind of changes in quite unexpected ways.
Not sure I like these changes, but at least I've got some good people working with me to fight them.
We're going to go through these changes. It's best to have people to try and help with those.
I mean, I prefer less physical changes. He kind of points to his face, but yes, it's going.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we all don't have to have a little speech, do we? Because I'm not doing that.
No.
No, don't have to.
Nor am I.
No.
For what it's worth, I think your face looks quite fetching.
No, thank you. Really?
Exactly.
It's distinctive.
I'm so glad you see it too.
Well, I feel better about myself now. Okay.
Good. Well,
So, where are we headed?
well, I would like to stop by perhaps the smithy in the city, and maybe the magical store to just fetch some supplies. I mean, I'm gonna be traveling for quite some time. Want to do some experiments and also try and, you know, maintain your equipment.
Sounds like a good plan.
After that, I guess, well, we can start heading out of town. It just reminds me, where are we going? I mean, I have an idea of where we're going.
Eventually, Kroban, but where in between?
Hang on, let me look up. I need to
I
look
have
at
the
the
map.
Yeah,
map.
I also just pulled up the map.
I have the map on video as well.
It's very crunchy on my end for some reason.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just looking at
good.
my. Well, I'm thinking we could head. Well, if we're going to head to Krobin, what if we stop by either Sheerock or Snowtooth on the way?
I think that's probably smart.
I also think so.
Nice to
Well,
stop by and see
Although
Kerak.
I will say, if there are people that we don't need to see in person, I can send out sending spells.
Well, it's also quite useful. But
If there's anybody we
who?
want to touch base with.
Like who?
Well, I'm wondering. I don't know. It seems like, just in case Emeris's experience with the seed had anything to do with anything, maybe touch base with the people at Snowtooth, see if anything changed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But we could
We
swing
should-
by in person, could we not?
We should at least warn them.
Yes.
Aye. And now that I think of it, we were all around Sheerock during the festival, correct?
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
It's
I
been
believe
quite
so,
some
yes.
time. Wouldn't the next festival be happening soon? With the seasonal change?
Oh,
I mean, do you want to try and figure it out?
Yes.
Make a history check.
I was thinking along the lines of last seeing that is 15.
15? That's good enough. They are very common. Tri-day festivals happen every equinox and solstice. The winter solstice is almost exactly 2 weeks away.
Right. Well, the next festival is about think it's like 2 weeks away, I guess.
it is rather soon. How long do you think it'll take to get to Sheerock from Tano?
Well, it would take less time now that we have a carriage that can carry lots of people.
You can spread your continental map out on the table, and probably using some basic tools that you definitely have, Doric, like calipers or whatnot, you can measure the
Yes.
distance to figure out. Bianca, thank you for listening. You can figure it out that the trip to Sheerock will take anywhere between like a week and a half to 3 weeks. It's within the time frame, the realm of possibilities to get back to Sheerock during the winter solstice.
Okay. Let's see. Once we get. Well, how about this? We're going to have to travel perhaps down the Snowbird Road. And I wouldn't mind stopping by near Hanan. That might be a good place to sell that wine, some of the wine at least. Not to mention, that is a place where, well, what was that?
I didn't want to bring it up, but I do have family in Howell.
Oh, where's that?
Right here. Oh, where did you get this map? This is old.
That was
Sheerock?
in Tano, wasn't it? Not Tano. Yes.
Listen, we can only make do with what we have.
Either way, this map is pretty old. It has the old name for that town. Yakern is
Cairn.
known by its name Howell now.
Any
Why the name
reason?
change?
It's a complicated mess.
Do I
Any-
know?
Actually, yeah, Emrys, make a history check since you're pretty familiar with the
I'm a
Tano
little
Republic.
I'm a little
Can
political
I make a history check
blind.
too, for the same reasons?
Yes, you can. It'll be a bit difficult, more difficult for you.
Oh, why'd I roll so low? One moment.
Well, Leon might just
I
tell
got
you.
Got a 10.
17.
Oh, okay, Ember. You're not sure why the name was changed, but you do know that it was changed within the era, within the past 100 so years. Let me check the actual date. Yeah, it was within the last 100 or so years. changed, but you're not really sure the reason. And Emrys, you've only ever heard it as Yakan. Even to this day, like people talking about cities and towns, they still use the name Yakan.
Is it gonna be a thing when we get there? We get involved in the whole, thing. Is it like bad, or is it just
Well,
did it?
it's not bad. It's pretty nice. As long as you're, what, lycanthrope, beast folk, whatever, what have you.
It's a place.
Okay, it's not good when you have to say it's not bad as long as.
Well,
When
you
you put a
see what happens to
qualifier-
the taverns. They get blown up if you hate us.
Well,
I
if
know.
we happen to be traveling with someone from there who's also a werewolf, it might be better.
That's what I'm saying. My brother is probably very worried about me.
Well,
I don't want to persuade you, but I was just going to hop off this little carriage and make my way there either way.
oh, you're not going to travel with us.
Well, if you come to Howl with me, I'll stay. But if you decide to go on the Arhan, I'll probably make my way to Howl and maybe meet back up with you.
We might as well take a swing by that town.
I know we haven't known each other long, but I'd rather you not, just be by yourself. I know you can handle yourself, but still.
Also, if we're on the road for 3 weeks, give or take, it's nice that we stop someplace where somebody knows somebody. That we're not just among strangers the whole trip.
Also a good point.
It is a bit too, into the Badlands for my taste, but it's fine. Fine.
What
The
could
Badlands
you,
are pretty.
What are the Badlands all about? I've only
The lands, they're bad.
They are good.
Name. Okay.
what are they like? I haven't been in that area.
Dry. Very dry. Like
Bad for the skin.
a bit like a desert. Except mountains climb into the skies.
It'll get warmer if we go there.
No, it'll probably get colder.
Well, at least we have the carriage.
Hey, yeah, it's temperate in here.
Aye, it's another dimension.
Is there anywhere we can load off a bunch of wine in the town?
Oh yeah, the cactus prick will definitely take it all.
Excuse me?
The cactus prick.
Okay.
It's the bar, tavern, inn.
Yeah, so it's just, yes. Sounds like a nickname I once had for a guy. Don't worry about it. Moving on.
Probably find a guy there.
That's not the...
Actually,
Anyway.
Speaking of finding a guy,
Oh, well.
what? Shut it.
Oric!
What is this conversation turning into?
Shut it.
What is this trip?
Is the town of Howl known for being a safe haven to lycanthropes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's where most of them go when the moons are high.
Okay.
At least for this area. It's pretty much a ghost town when it's not.
In that case,
People were.
with the moon being gone,
Oh,
what
they're
happens
probably
to
drinking.
Owl? Oh,
I hope the
alright.
people are doing. I hope everyone is doing okay with the whole debacle with the moon.
It's kind of like a little getaway, actually. Like a little vacation for all the werewolves.
Well, I know, but still, I don't. I mean, did the destruction of the moon make you feel any different?
No, not really.
Okay, there's just. We'll see if we get there.
I wouldn't mind a vacation.
Hey, you good? So, are we good to head to Howl?
I mean, do we have enough supplies, food and such to make it? It should be a week's trip, maybe less.
So,
If I'm not-
how I like ruling food and supplies is that you basically buy them after you travel, and you just kind of expense all of the food that you would have bought to bring with you. So that, like, because you don't know how long you'll be on the road.
Hmm.
So, like, once you reach the next town, you basically calculate how many days you were on the road previously, and then just spend that much money on food.
Yeah, well, like I
need-
said, I was gonna go out to get some supplies. What if you could go and help me?
I'm happy to help, but I would like to know how much money we have between the five of us, or at least money that we're willing to spend for the party.
Well, I still have let me see. Still got about 20 platinum.
A good amount.
I plan on using some for at least some supplies for experimenting.
I I
DM
asked
actually.
because if we're able to pull together 300 gold, I could get some diamonds for a use of Revivify.
Hmm.
Well, I have about 10 gold, so don't look at me.
I am down to less than 50.
I've got 60.
You guys are broke.
Yep.
We
Damn,
are.
Emrys, you should have used your boyfriend's unlimited funds.
Sorry, my impromptu moving out did not leave me with many familial assets remaining.
I do just straight up have 4 magical items in my inventory, so that works for some reason.
You have what?
Or what?
I'd still have like 4 magical items that nobody bothered to take.
Yeah, yeah, your group should maybe go through all of your magical items at some point and redistribute
I've
them.
got the hammer.
Yeah, but I also have the
I-
drift globe and a potion of diminution.
Yeah, Dork has quite a few things on him. Should we?
I'll keep them.
Do we want to just sort out some of our items?
Might as well.
Can't be a bad idea.
Okay.
I've still got the ghost hammer. Aside from using it to stealth around, which I am pretty proficient at on my own, does anybody want it for, I don't know, it's a hammer to hit things?
Hmm.
A plus
What's
one
its special
hammer.
effect again?
It's cursed, but you can use it to become invisible. And for the amount of time you're invisible, you can take a damage equal to it.
I feel that how loud I am, that invisibility would be wasted on me.
That's actually quite useful, but I'm not sure. I mean, I still got my rifle, and now I have the longsword.
I mean, I guess I could keep it on me. It's not like I don't want it, but
I work better when people's eyes are on me, not when they're off.
plus you already got that cloak to do it for you.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and Ember takes out a potion. This is a potion of diminution, which can make you grow smaller. Have this, Emrys.
Why would I ever so like take it and then just like look at it like why would I need this?
For stealth reasons, you can grow even smaller, and that can do something.
I mean, I
How
guess.
smaller?
Uh, well, you guys don't know.
Out of game, it's just a reduce spell in a bottle.
I mean,
How much smaller does reduce make you?
One
No.
rank smaller than you are, I think.
so you'd be tiny.
I'd be a tiny creature.
Nice.
I'm already
All right.
2'9". I don't think I need to get any smaller, but
Here's-
I can keep it on my person.
Here's the exact definition. The target size is halved in all dimensions and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal.
Yes.
That means I'm literally 1.5 feet tall.
Oh my
How-
god.
I'm
And how much does he
kickable.
weigh?
How much does he weigh? I weigh 45 pounds.
Yeah. So
Oh my
like
God.
a 6 pounds?
You could be in a pocket.
He's cat-sized.
Oh my
The-
god.
Oh my god.
The idea of using this potion makes me vaguely uncomfortable, but I will keep it on my person.
If we don't want to use it, we could always sell it. Well, let's see. Let me check what I got in my bag.
I'm gonna manage
I mean-
your guys' inventory as you change stuff, so I'm deleting potion of diminution from Embers.
I also have a drift globe, but I'm keeping that. Just
I have an extra shield.
myself. What?
I have an extra shield. I don't need it anymore. I have the shield of missile attraction now.
Something you could sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't use shields.
And let's see. I got that scroll of astral, that weird astral projection scroll from the Tano house, but
Actually, while I'm here, and we're all in the like common room of the cart, I'm gonna just set my fat cat statue on the middle of the table as like a centerpiece.
Yes, the first decor of the...
For everyone else, this just looks like a very plain bronze statue of like a very chubby cat.
oh, that's charming.
Oh, it's hideous. I love it.
Does it...
Give it a pet.
Oh,
Touch it.
Dork is gonna like reach over and just like feel the polished head of the statue.
And then the statue just starts rumbling.
What is it purring?
It's just a little trinket I got when I was a kid.
Oh, Is it
Very
all it
creative
does?
use of magic. I assume it's magic.
huh. That'd be useful to. I don't know. Just curious. Do you mind if I just observe it at some point using that pearl of yours?
Just don't break it.
Oh, I would not break any of magic items. But what?
Say
What?
that. I've seen you work a bit. You break a few things to see how they work.
And I put it back together.
Eh.
Yeah. Let's see. Got that weird scroll, but I wouldn't want to part with it. It feels too important. Oh, hey! Still got that weird compass that's pointing out west.
It's just a normal compass?
It's magical. It has some sort of divination magic on it. Most
Mm.
likely pointing to another pair of that's connected with. It was from the Tano house.
That's not their name.
Oh, I remember.
What was that?
That's not their name.
The Tano house?
Amano.
There we go.
Amano?
Yep.
Oh god, I've Dishonored on my mind. That's right. Amano
I
house.
remember. I
Cork
remember.
Atano. Corco
Elven house,
Atano.
exactly.
Cork. Oh
Hey,
god, yeah, they are
remember, boy.
similar. Corvo,
What's
Atano,
the
and
name of that
Corcamano.
Oh, that weird prayer mat with the necromancy magic on it. I still want to see whatever that was.
What?
Back in the Amano house, I found some weird prayer mat of some sort. It has like sigils on it relating to necromancy.
Oh,
Well, we can get it checked out.
I wouldn't
that would
mind
cost money that we do not have.
Well.
Yes.
that I have, but I'd rather, spend that on the party.
Yeah, also because the guy at the magic store's a dick. Trust me.
Oh, that's not nice. Let's see. Oh, and he'll pull out a familiar big ol' jug with multiple corks stopping various spigots, as well as a watering can attachment. I got the alchemy jug. Still got that from Karek's plantation. Yeah, honestly, it's been quite useful. Especially for
the water would be useful in a dry place like where we're going.
Also a very good point. It also comes in quite handy for cooking. Got a scroll of magical aura. I can't use this. It's not really my thing. Emrys, would you...
Aren't you the one
What was that?
bought it?
I did not buy it.
Okay.
It was a loot item, I think. Oh, I think from the potentate.
I don't remember.
It's a scroll for hiding the nature of objects. he's going to like put it on the table. Like, can anyone here have any capabilities of using this spell? It's a wizard spell, by the way.
Not I.
I should be able to.
Great. I rather someone else with the capability of using it have it.
Emrys, do you take a
Alright.
look at this scroll?
I would love to.
Just briefly glancing over it, there were a couple of pairs of sigils that you swear you've seen before. Like, kind of like deja vu-ish.
Huh. And that's all I glean from it?
You can try and remember where you've heard of it if
I
you want to
would-
make a
I
history
would
check.
like to,
History check.
yes. Oh my god, I'm not rolling this one again. It's a 9.
Can't quite place it.
Okay. I will, it's a scroll, right?
Aye.
Then I'll just wrap it up. Pocket it.
All right. I got 1/2 of a sending stone from oh, that's right, those assassins that tried to kill you.
Yeah.
I never really found the pair for it. Whoever hired them, which kind of makes me guess.
You do as you want with it.
I'm sure I could probably sell it, or perhaps even just find another pair for it.
If we can get another stone linked up to it, it might be worth keeping.
I could
Now
probably.
that I have sending, though, I can use sending for anybody that I'm familiar with. Is there really anybody that we would give a second stone to that I haven't personally met?
No, it would only be for if the party got separated, but
It could be somewhat useful if somebody besides me would initiate a sending, but I think
The
in that
different,
case it
the
may
difference
be
between
best to sell it.
it's like the difference between a cell phone and a walkie-talkie.
yeah.
I mean, is it possible just to find a, just stone and link that up to it? Magic stuff, shenanigans?
I am sure that could. I'm sure it can get linked to a new pair. I just have to figure out if be worth it, depending on the price. I can check while I'm out.
Yes. That's
Right
fair.
there.
And oh well, I have that creepy death ring that the assassins were wearing. I don't even know why I'm holding onto it.
Remind me, what was the death ring?
It's a band of loyalty. It makes it easy for you to permanently die.
Oh.
I guess stops them from being captured.
Mechanically,
I mean, let's keep that around. That could be useful.
mechanically, how it works is, when you drop to 0 HP, you die instantly without making death saves while you wear the ring.
Oh.
I'm not saying we should do this, but if we're ever in a trouble, we force the ring on somebody else and then attack. I'm just saying.
Yes. It's just grim. Well, I can't really speak. Well.
You have to be
I mean,
you have to be attuned to it. So yeah, you might.
we forcibly attune you to the ring.
Well, let's see.
I mean, you could
could-
use that as a command.
Could we not simply
Right.
use the scroll to hide the ring's purpose?
You absolutely could.
Sure, let's keep the ring, but we're gonna figure out a plan here.
Oh
Neon
boy.
made to make it seem like the ring just like gives you charisma.
We're gonna kill a bad guy, like a big bad guy, in a couple of sessions with this ring. Don't worry about it.
I cannot wait.
Oh
That sounds
no, I
incredibly
dropped-
fun.
I dropped my plus 10 attack ring.
Oh my
Oh
god,
no,
the
it would
one
be a
ring I always
shame.
carry with me. Don't pick it up.
Oh my god, my god ring! It makes me a god. I dropped it.
Oh no.
Not the one ring to rule them all.
And Lawrence, I still have your friend's staff from a while ago. Would you want to hold on to it?
Oh, yes, I'd like that.
All right, and he'll pull the very long quarterstaff out of his bag and hold it over the table.
Lawrence takes it.
You've received Garrett's quarterstaff. Yippee! Yippee!
I don't know why it's not showing up in the list for some reason, the custom item, but we'll figure it out.
Let's see.
Okay. For now, I'll just put in a quarterstaff +1 until we can put that back in.
It just, do you attune to it, I guess is the question?
Yes.
Okay, so then, yeah, so the base effect is that while you're attuned, you're under the effects of the sanctuary spell.
Okay.
Until you do something that would break the original sanctuary spell, like attack or stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
All right.
And
well,
it is a +1?
Yep.
Nice.
I also have 3 books on that strange creature underneath Snowtooth. Some of which I can't really read myself, including that book from that Papa Amano fella.
But let's keep those around and probably
Why?
research more.
I'm just clearing out space in my bag. I'm gonna just put them here in the cart.
Yes, that's probably smart.
Well, I still have that sample I took from the seed. That bright fluid. Still don't know what to do with it. I'm sure I found something for it.
Yes, we.
That strange glass ampule that we found right outside of Snowtooth. It's definitely not water. And I am quite suspicious of what it is, and I'd rather not break it. I don't know, perhaps I can find an alchemist. He can try and identify it.
Well, I mean, it seems like we're not in any rush, but if we are, I could take the ampule and see if I can find an alchemist to identify it.
Hey. You could definitely do that.
All right.
And I will set the ampule on the table for Lawrence.
DM, do I glean just on my general street smarts? Is 48 gold enough to get something like this identified?
I would say yes, considering it doesn't appear to be magical, and you're just going to, who did you say, an alchemist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that should be enough.
Okay, nice. I take it.
And what else could we... Well, let's see. I'm gonna go check out how much it would cost for another pair for the Sending Stone, but if it's too expensive, would it be okay to just get rid of it?
Sure, yes.
Sounds fine by me.
All right. And then buy some supplies. Get rid of these books in here. And
Getting rid of the books?
no, putting the books in the cart.
Okay, yeah.
In the cabin folding.
Yeah.
Did you call that cabin of holding?
Yeah, the enchantment for this for the cart is called Doric's House of Holding.
Love that.
In that case, should I also put? I have 2 notes, or like 2 like one journal article, not journal article, one journal, and then 1 note. I can put it in that same location if we're just trying to make a spot for everything.
I have made a new channel in our Discord server called Cabin of Holding, where you can make a list of all of the items you're putting in the cabin.
Hell yes.
That's right. In my Elder Scrolls campaign, I made a channel for our bag of holding.
You know, it's just useful.
Yeah.
Especially because it's like infinite.
Okay, and is that everything in your bag of holding, Doric?
I think so. Let me just...
Because I do kind of want to, unless people have opposition, hand wave the shopping and identification of these things.
Yeah.
Great. So Doric, I know you want to shop. You can sell and buy whatever you please for the gold that it will cost. And Lawrence, if you're ready, I can give you the identification of this glass ampule.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay. And let me get. Okay, glass ampule, ready.
You take it to an alchemist who, as soon as you kind of pull it out, looks a bit scared for some reason. And after, running some tests, shining a weird pulsing light through the ampule and, heating it very slowly in some warm water, tells you that this is an ampule of hydrazine, a colorless, clear liquid with an ammonia-like odor that is highly reactive and easily catches fire. It's like a liquid explosive.
Okay.
Wow, and we were just carrying that around.
And,
Yep.
and he tells you that he's only ever seen this from mining towns. They use it in blast mining. It's typically used with a reagent of dinitrogen tetroxide, a red kind of oily liquid that when they react, they explode incredibly violently.
You said a reagent of dinitrogen what?
Dinitrogen tetroxide. It's not important. These are just chemistry terms I love because it's also rocketry.
I also love chemistry terms just randomly appearing in D&D.
Dinitrogen tetroxide is a red kind of oily liquid that fumes. Like, it creates red smoke when it is allowed to evaporate. And when it touches hydrazine, it pretty much instantly explodes.
Hell yes.
And Lawrence, as you're being told this, you remember down many weeks ago, crossing the rapids, and that huge flood of red, oily, fuming liquid on the water. You've probably met this chemical before.
Oh.
Good thing we didn't
Cool.
light any fires.
Good thing.
The rapids?
Yep.
On the barge?
Yep.
Okay, just clarifying.
DM,
Player.
how much would it cost to get another pair for this sending stone?
Let me look up. Also, Lawrence, that cost you 10 gold pieces to identify. It's a pretty simple thing.
You got it.
How much would it cost to get another pair, and how much would it cost to sell it?
One pair you could probably sell for about 60 gold pieces. Or, sorry, one half of a sending stone pair you could probably sell for 60 gold pieces. To get another one would probably cost you about 100 gold pieces.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna sell it. Gonna sell it.
60 gold pieces. No one's like it that's abnormally low for a magical item, but like no one really wants half a sending stone pair.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, would it be worth anything more if we get it repaired and then sell it?
It's not broken. It's not broken. It's missing its other half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not missing its other half. It's out there. Someone has it. You just don't know who.
How much can you usually buy a pair of sending stones for?
About 200 gold pieces.
So we could make a profit.
I think we should hold on to it and see if any little silly guys whisper in our ears later down the line.
I'm I can deduce that it most likely belonged to the people who sent the assassins to kill Emrys, right?
Yep. That's a solid
And
assumption.
And his dad admitted
Yep.
to sending the assassins.
Yep. And you also saw Emrys's dad using a sending stone during the masquerade ball.
Oh, that's right. Well, Morrigan did. And Emrys, Emrys and Sunny did.
Emrys and Sunny did, yes. And you also failed to search him during his interrogation.
Oh. I don't know. I feel like selling it would be a better idea.
Whatever you want to do.
Party conflict.
Okay. It's not a conflict. I don't care either way.
I've decided.
If you sell this sending stone, I'll fucking kill you.
What if my dad calls me back? What if he wants me?
And then Dork is going to see. He's going to stop by the smithy and spend 3 platinum on
3 platinum
on supplies.
That's
what?
That's a whole. How? That's
Actually,
way too
no,
much.
like,
That's way too
what?
much.
Way too much.
That's way too much. What supply? Like you're getting like spare parts and things enough for like a multi-week trek, right?
Yes. What would you recommend, DM? Then
Probably like 10 to
We
12.
better get a whole herd of cows for that much.
Probably
okay, 15
like
gold.
15 gold for exquisite, like good, and you get like a set of tools to help repair things on the wagon and whatnot.
Well, I already have smithing tools.
Well, they toss it in as a free bonus because you spend so much money.
I can create any tool sets that I'm proficient in magically.
It's part of the kit.
It's part of the kit. Okay. So I'll remove 15 gold from my inventory, and then I will add...
You have a fully fleshed out workshop. Anything you can think of mundane to repair or fix that fits in the carriage, you can do now. And so we don't need to keep track of all the materials. You're an engineering expert. Everything that you could possibly think of, you have.
All right.
Up to and including like a blast furnace.
All right. So what does that also come with?
The toolkit? Spare parts, various kinds of pulleys and strings and rods and ingots of smelting metal, calipers, measuring tools, springs, cogs, wagon parts, axle, fasteners,
right.
and everything that you could need.
And...
List out the entirety of Weird Al Yankovic's hardware store.
Okay. Okay, then I got everything that I need.
And I believe that concludes everyone else's business.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Great.
Emrys has just been staring at each other inside the wagon the whole time.
You guys were
hanging
left
out.
alone in the wagon with Leon.
Yeah. You know, it's that vibe when like you have friends who are not like haven't really talked to each other and just kind of met 2 days ago.
God, I hate that
Like,
feeling.
small
Yeah.
talk, you just kind of sit alone in silence.
So,
You have any brothers?
nice. What? Yeah. Yes, I do. I do have a brother. Gabriel.
Oh yes, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Gabriel
Yeah.
Jevudan. Just like me. That's my name. Leon Jevudan.
Cool.
Is he also lycanthrope?
Aye.
I'm just can't
Aye.
that lycanthrope.
What?
I couldn't get through that without laughing. I'm sorry.
Hey, he is. We both were gained the affliction at the same time. Same ceremony.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And yourself? Are you? No, you're not. Are you? You're not
No.
Dwargle.
No.
Not that I know of.
you
No.
you think they'll be back soon?
Oh, they're
I
taking very long.
no clue. So what made you want to become a werewolf? Is it a
That's
family thing or?
Yeah. Family business.
it's kind of what you do and how, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They you go in the maw and you touch the thing. Yeah,
The
werewolf.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mall. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see it.
Okay.
And the door creaks open as Doric and Lawrence come back.
All three of them are
Nice,
like,
finally.
yeah, I like to imagine all three of them are at the table, like a seat apart from each other. And then
Room for
like
Jesus between every single one.
yeah, and then like hands on top of the table, and all three just turn to stare.
Hello.
Ah, yes, you're back.
Hello.
Good. How did it go?
I sold. Well, not sold. I got that ampule identified. Turns out it is a very potent explosive.
Ah,
Hey, and I ended up just selling the sending stone. It would have cost a bit to replace the other part of it. Got 60 gold out of it.
that's good.
Nice.
I also got quite a bit of supplies for fixing up whatever.
You see
If
Doric
any
is
of you,
walking in. Dearest is carrying like a whole canvas sack of just jingling metal.
you need anything fixed, or if you have any ideas to inspire me to make something, just let me know.
I had a question about the food situation here. Does food go bad in a bag of holding?
It does. Slowly.
Okay.
But yes, it does. You would need a bag of colding to prevent that.
My God.
Manubis, come back!
All right, I was just curious.
But there is plenty of storage inside and outside of the carriage to hold various non-perishable foodstuffs, jarred and preserved foods, fruits, vegetables, and grains of all kinds.
We'll be eating pickles for the next few weeks.
No,
Are there-
we don't have to eat that.
I mean, as a
Are there
cleric,
canned foods yet?
I'll say yes. Only in
I know it's a
cities.
silly question.
No, that's actually I like strange questions like that. I'll say yes, there are, but only in
Cans exist?
cities. Metalworking
And
exists.
beans.
It's not like it's not
Because
useful because glass
why-
jars are easier to use.
That's true. I only ask because if we could keep things from perishing, I would get fish.
Uh-huh.
But considering we cannot, my next best thing were canned fish.
You can salt meat and keep it fresh for a couple of days, especially since it's really cold out. If you put like food on the exterior and covered it, It's a refrigerator and a freezer out there, so.
In like the void?
No, like on literal outside of the wagon, like when you're traveling the
I
world.
thought you meant like out the window.
No, you don't want to open those.
That could be the next upgrade to the wagon. The void of
walk-in
refrigeration.
freezer.
Yeah.
50. It's like a 45% chance of cooking it, 45% chance of
Freezing it.
freezing it, 10% chance of bringing it back to life.
Okay, good.
You bet another 10%.
No, I'm good at math, I swear.
10% it disappears.
10% I eat it.
Fuck.
10% the astral worm eats it.
Yeah.
The astral worm.
Sorry, did I say that
before
part
we
out loud?
This has strong of the astral worm. We all know who that is. Moving on.
Actually, wait. Does Tano have
Roasting the
caviar?
astral worm.
Yeah.
We're a port city.
Yeah. I'll say it's. Yeah, they do.
Why is it?
I don't.
It bad? Your reaction is scary.
No, I was confused over like what caviar meant. Like what if the implications of having caviar? Yes, they have it. Only for the upper class, of
caviar
course.
just fish eggs?
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's salt cured.
Yeah, so there is salt cured meat. So I will say, yeah, you can have canned, glass, preserved foods that will keep for several weeks.
Okay,
At
then
the very
Emerus is
least.
gonna. I would like to have brought some caviar to stock in the pantry.
Great. You bring
It's like a jar. It can be glass. Doesn't have to be a tin.
Yeah, a jar of caviar runs you, we'll say 4 gold pieces, and I think you guys are ready
York will give the 4 gold. He will pay for the 4 gold, actually.
All right.
Thank you, bestie.
Yes, because of the sending stone. All right. All right. Are we all ready to start heading out?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll get the horse ready.
Yep. You have a war horse, a draft horse.
Yes.
At the front of your carriage. I don't know if you're also using Dearest to help pull. And who will be outside of the carriage guiding the horse while you are traveling?
I can do it.
We should
Multiple
be taking shifts, shouldn't we?
Multiple people
that's only
can.
fair.
There is a sitting area on the front of the carriage for 2 people, and you can just leave the door open and have, whatever.
Doric will help get the horse ready, and will definitely need help considering that the draft horse is very large. And he is only 1 gnome.
Who's helping him?
I will.
All 3 of you. Animal handling checks for me, please.
All 3 of us?
Yep.
Which is good because I come up to like the horse's knee and I have a +0.
Nice. It is a 22 on animal handling for me.
That is an 11.
As a 10.
Luckily, this horse is, has been bred to have the temperament to pull carriages. It's not like a wild horse. So you put the, oh god, Moss, you're going to crucify me. I don't know the proper names. You put the bridle on and the bit. And
the bit's the part that goes in his mouth.
The hitch. I don't know. Whatever connects the horse.
It's the thing on the back of a car.
Yeah, you put that on.
Do you mean the part of the saddle you hold?
The part that connects the horse to the carriage, like the big wooden beam that connects. I don't know. Whatever. You hook the horse up.
It could be a hinge. It could be a hinge. I know what you mean.
And do you begin your travel to the outskirts of Tano?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, is it 1 horse?
It is 1 horse.
It's a yoke.
1 large horse.
Yoke. That's the word.
It's a yoke.
Yep. That's the
I was
word.
imagining it with 2 horses when you said beam, and I was like, I've got no clue.
It is a yoke.
And you will, when we're getting the horse ready, you will hear Doric very quietly, whenever he tries to tell the horse's name, he will like look around and lower his voice whenever he says the horse's name.
Okay.
Not enough where you could hear it, because he's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed for us to hear the name of the horse.
He is very embarrassed.
What's the horse's name, Doric?
It's
Sorry, say that again? I couldn't hear you.
it's I named him Shrimp Po' Boy.
Wait.
Emma just suddenly peeps out. What did you call him?
I named the horse Shrimp Po' Boy.
Shrimp?
What could
Oh,
possibly have
what?
possessed you?
Listen,
This is not me making fun of you. This is me making sure I heard correctly.
I'm just trying to understand.
This is not.
Shrimp?
Yeah, this is not me making fun of you. This is me seriously considering if you hit your head really badly.
Is it a title or is it a compound word?
Shrimp.
name is Shrimp Po' Boy.
Shrimp
So-
Popo. Is that not a sandwich?
Will he?
Listen, there were some bad things that happened in Tano, but one thing I don't regret is the food here. I needed a name for the horse, so I chose my favorite food here.
That can't possibly have been the best option.
Whatever.
We have to.
Shoot me, why don't
Considering
you?
Ember Delight, you named
I
your
was gonna say,
horse.
we have to go back and get them.
Oh God, I heard up there. Shush. Donkey Delight is a perfect name. I don't want to hear that.
We should go get
Saw God
Clementine
toy to
and
be in.
Donkey
uh,
Delight and
Doggy
Clementine.
Delight.
Are you underway?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I feed the cat real quick?
Yes. Oh, yes. Actually, yes. I thought you meant in game. Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say what?
Yeah.
Who's also? Is anyone also
I'll be right back.
being up top with Doric?
I thought I would be.
Very well.
just
Emrys
little
and
guy.
Doric, the two small ones. You
That
managed
makes sense.
to kind of put the bustle of Tano behind you.
Man,
And-
it's gonna feel weird to not have the Tano music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredibly weird. You leave the city
Everest always
and
had like the city soundtrack in the background for so long.
your
We've
ears.
been in this city for a long time in real life.
Real life, we've been in the city for 8 months. In game time, you've been in this city for a week and a half. The weather as you head out is chilly, 40, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and partly cloudy.
No, Celsius. That's super chilly.
Oh shit, Lords, do you know Fahrenheit? Probably not. Let me fucking.
I have no clue, but I'm just kind of yeah.
He's
I'm
just
back.
smiling and waving.
Like-
You don't have to translate it.
I do. I
I'll
will.
do.
I'm
This is
accessible.
Skyrim music.
It is 7 Celsius about.
Ooh, chilly.
It is
Oh.
very chilly. Yeah. And you put.
Doric will like pull his cloak about himself and be well. Maybe when we get to Howl, we can find some better clothing for the season.
Yeah, Emrys has. I'll say he has like a jacket, and he's not shivering, but like he's sleepy. Like the cold has made him
Hmm.
very tired, so he's just hanging out.
Lizard.
No, you continue on all the way
Wait,
down.
while this is going on, like within the first like half hour of us leaving,
Yep.
Lawrence will. I assume there's like a cooking station that he can set up.
There is. In
Okay.
the top area, there's a fireplace. Pots and pans are stored, and there's a huge kind of cabinet and countertop area.
Okay. Then he will use the heating part of the kitchen, and he will brew up 4 cups of tea for everyone.
4. For
I
the
mean,
5.
5. 5 cups of tea for everyone.
Dearest is there.
Are you
6
forgetting
cups of tea
someone?
for everyone.
Are you forgetting Reach and No Name and the
Oh,
Beetle?
No, I'll share. I'll share.
Is
10
Reach
cups of tea for everyone.
Is Reach? Where is Reach? Is Reach flying alongside? Just landed on
I'll say
top?
that she's allowed to fly right now.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time she's gonna be sleeping
Yep.
in my room, but she's allowed to fly and hang out.
So then he will distribute the 5 cups of tea to himself and the 4 other non-construct humanoids.
Very well.
I meant to ask about that. Why is Dearest hiding in your room? Like I know he's like not real, but in my brain I'm like, damn, you've locked him away.
I mean, do you want him to just sit like awkwardly and stare at you?
I'm very
Yeah.
conflicted because I'm so used to his presence just being around, like another guy. And now that he's hidden, I'm like, damn. I don't know.
I love just having a guy watch me at all times.
I'm just a little parasocially linked to Dearest at this point.
Honestly, me too.
I feel like he's just
God.
another bro.
Okay, I will make. Dork will.
You can take
tell...
him to your room when you go to bed.
Okay, Dearest. Dork will make it so Dearest can assist in any simple tasks that you need.
Let's go.
Ding, unloading, loading, cargo, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Just holding things for you. Follow,
we'll-
please.
And we'll say,
How smart is he?
How smart is he? He's decently smart.
Good. Good.
Yeah, literally, Dearest can. Oh, geez, I think I might need to get back into the yellow bear. No, wait, I'm good. Dearest is very clever. He can figure things out himself.
Good. I've taught him how to play tic-tac-toe.
Huh. Okay.
is that what you're doing in your downtime? You're trying to teach Dearest to play tic-tac-toe?
I'm proficient in Dragon Chess, and I've got a set, so
Sure. We'll say that is...
I'm teaching him chess.
You're gonna make him into those chess-playing
3-tier chess.
computers.
You're turning him into a chess AI. Great.
I
If you
should
do that,
absolutely show him the Bond Cloud.
I'll literally draw fan art of this later.
Oh my god, yes please.
Doric, if you do that with Dearest, Doric will watch very fascinatingly.
Well, the thing is, Dragon Chess is 3-tier, so
God, it's like a Vulcan chest.
yeah, we're having a great time.
So when you guys swap out, you travel for probably like 4 hours, stop for like 30 minutes, and then continue on swapping places. You can say whenever Emrys goes inside, he starts this thing.
This thing.
Teaching the automaton to play Dragon Chess. And
Doric would definitely wait to see like if Dearest does actually like do anything.
is Dearest, you can command him to like do certain moves and then store them basically in memory and kind of command him to like you can slowly teach him.
Yeah.
He starts learning various openings, most common openings, and you finally end the day where he has learned the Tanoan gamble.
It's a no gamble.
Or
I know
gambit.
he's not a real guy, so I know he's not like real, but I am teaching him.
He is
For funsies.
real-ish. He is.
Yes, he's real in a capacity that I understand.
I'll say,
Doric, at the end of the day, will just be like, I didn't even know we could do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, and I made him.
you guys
I think if Ember sees them like playing chess, I think he's just gonna start playing poker with anybody who wants. He has some
Yes,
playing cards.
I would love to play poker.
And during
Yes.
Dork's downtime, he will actually. DM, would I actually still have the bit of practice scrap I used for the swords upgrade?
Yep, you do.
I'm gonna start refreshing myself on the modifications to the glyphs.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, maybe ask Ember to see if he can give him a bit of elements to test out the scrap very carefully.
What do I need to do?
If you wouldn't mind, I'm sort of testing the capabilities of the swords upgrades. I'm making it so it'll actually be able to absorb certain spell elements. Would you be able to produce a bit of fire?
Oh, yes. I just cast Produce Flame on it.
And just like before, the glyphs glow, and the fire is absorbed, like in a vacuuming motion, and then one of the 3 glyphs lights up in a dull red glow.
That's perfect. Thank you. And he will go back to his room, and he's going to just slowly start to work on his project.
You hear various hammering noises coming from Dork's room, and it's this time the sun has set, it's late in the day, the horse is tired and you've noticed it's slowing down. Does anyone take watch overnight, or are you all confident in Dork's abilities to keep you safe?
He will put Deer. Actually,
I will sleep light on the first night, but I'm not gonna keep watch.
he will send Dearest to patrol a little bit.
Okay. And if Dearest sees anything important, he will come and open the door for you and wake you up. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay. Night comes, and the crickets, and this road runs alongside the beach, so you can hear still the crashing waves of the ocean. You don't find your way to sleep, a dreamless sleep, and you wake up in the morning feeling refreshed. The first time you've slept in for some of you, in a very quiet and relaxing area without having to deal with the city noise. And Dearest, when you wake up, Dork, Dearest is still outside patrolling. Nothing seemed to have happened during the night.
All right. Then he will bring Dearest inside and just make sure he's cleaned up.
Picked up a bit of sand in the joints that you have to kind of blow out with a baffle.
Very shockingly, take off a part of Dearest just
to
clean up the inside.
With a ping noise, his kind of one of the foot plates comes off, and you see anyone who's looking, these what looks like tubes of liquid just flowing up and down in his leg. And you watch Dork kind of blow out a bit of dust and sand out of that joint.
You said the trail is parallel to the ocean, right? And the ocean isn't too far away?
Yep. This is a road, so it is paved with cobbles, and you're probably, I don't know, 100 feet from the ocean, 200 feet sometimes.
Ooh. In that case, in the morning, Lawrence will try to swim a little bit in the ocean to try to improve his swimming abilities.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. That's going to be 13.
You step in, and immediately your body seizes a little bit as this water is freezing. But with a 13, you can choose to power through it if you so choose.
If I think there will be no long-term consequences, I absolutely power through it.
Very well. This is an uncomfortable but satisfying swim practice session. You feel more and more confident, especially in calm waters, of your swimming abilities.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say
I'll stay out there for like an hour and then I'll head back.
Great. While everyone is cooking breakfast, feeding the horse, watching the sunrise come over the horizon.
He has a name.
It's brilliant. Watching Shrimp Po' Boy, or feeding Shrimp Po' Boy all of his grasses and wheats and whatnot.
Thank you.
You start off again once everyone's loaded in. Who is up top this time?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Lawrence and Dork? All right, Lawrence and Dork, can I have you both make a perception check?
Yes, sir. Oh, 6.
16.
Dork.
Nice.
Over a crest in the road, you see what looks like another carriage pulled off to the side with a gaudy flag attached, kind of waving in the breeze. It looks like horizontal stripes of blue and white with some sort of bright green sigil on it. And you see two short figures, standing out in front of this carriage.
Do I recognize this flag?
Make a history check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
It's not any nation you know of, and it's not any, group of people you know of.
And these short individuals,
Yep.
Can I tell who or what they are?
As you near closer, you can indeed. You can see these are two probably goblins wearing a button-up shirt with blue and white striped button-up shirts and like a small circular straw hat, and one of them carries a striped cane. They look almost identical to carnival barkers.
I'll lean over to Lauren to say, do you recognize that flag?
Do I recognize that flag?
History check.
Let's see. 11.
Nope. You're almost certain it's not a
do.
country you know of. It could be a weird a group that you haven't heard of, but never seen this before.
Dork will
say I
slow
do.
down a little bit, and as they slow down, he's going to just shout, just like, "Oi, what's that flag there?"
You're calling out to the people?
Yes.
All right, you're pretty close.
I guess so.
Well, how close do you stop the wagon away?
About 10 feet away.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you see, as you're actually pulling up, you see one of this is clearly now two goblins. They look identical. Both of them have tufts of curled auburn hair protruding out from their straw hats. And one of them speaks up a second and says, "Whoa there, fella! Hold on just a second! That's our flag for our business, you see."
And what business is that?
Ha! I'm glad you asked. My name's Wheel, his name's Whoa. No, and then the other one kind of speaks up in the exact same voice and says, No, I'm certainly Wheel, and he's Whoa. Now, well, you know what they say, the fates are always changing. That's true, they do say that. Now, but if there's one thing that's certain in this world, it's that information. What's information, Wheel? It's gold! That's indeed correct. That's right, brother. And we're experts in that field. Experts indeed.
Aha. That's nice.
And the goblin turns to his brother, apparently, and says, "Now this group, they look like a real adventuring material, don't they? Oh, indeed, brother. I'm certainly that y'all have gathered quite a worthy amount of knowledge on the road." "I do believe so. That sounds quite accurate. Or perhaps they even have questions about their quest that they're certainly on. Questions we can answer. Yes, indeed, brother. We can answer them. So, what'll it be? Copper for your thoughts?"
Oh, and why do you think that we're on some sort of quest?
"Well, I see you with your big horse and your fancy carriage. That's quite a lot of money, I see."
Don't you agree, brother? Indeed I do. And I see you have your fancy weapons. That man's got some pretty good armor on, don't you? Yeah, shiny armor indeed.
And how would we know what information you have is oh god, what's the word?
Oh, well, we got information from all over the world. You see, that's our information. That's our business. Information brokerage. People give us their information. We give it right back just for a steady profit. You see, we coalesce all the information in one area. Ain't that right? That's right. All in one area. We take information, we give you gold piece for it.
And what's the range we can expect to be paid for giving you information?
I'm so glad you asked. Now, we are quite honest people now. We are really honest people. We typically go a good rate of however many people are affected by this knowledge. That's how many gold pieces you get. So if you got 50 people are affected by this knowledge, you get 50 gold pieces. It's quite simple.
So if we told you that the moon exploded, is that worth anything?
I'm sorry, fella. We already knew that the moon exploded. You got to give some unique information.
Hey, like who did it?
That might be worth a pretty gold piece.
Dork will look over at Lawrence and said, "Perhaps this could be a good way of spreading the word of what happened."
The same thing. The world deserves truth, and if we can make a pretty penny off of it, may as well.
Aye. Well, perhaps there is some information that you could assist in spreading for us.
Well, we are all ears indeed.
Hey, you know of the Daybreak Society?
Oh, well, just hold on a second there, fella. I'm gonna need you to come down here and step in this truthful circle, just to make sure it's all good. You see?
Huh.
Hey, that makes sense.
Smart.
As Dork is getting up, he will lean in over to Lawrence. It's like, if they try anything, I want you to kill them.
He gives
Can
you
we feel inside the wagon and stop moving?
So, I'll say sound travels very muffled through this cabin. It's not perfect.
It's a different plane.
Yeah. So you can hear people talking, but you can't make out what they're saying.
Question.
Yes.
The very northernmost window of the interior, would that be able to open up to the outside? I know we didn't really discuss that.
I think that would make sense. Yeah, you can do that.
That'd be useful.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do the void windows tint dark when it's night?
Yes. I'll say Dork basically controls when it's light and when it's dark, independent of the time.
Okay.
But there are
I was just thinking about how annoying it would be to
There's also
try to
curtains.
sleep.
There are curtains, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But I feel if Emma kind of voice doesn't sound like the others, for a little while, he just kind of pops his head out. What's going on?
Oh, your friends are in the middle of an incredible business offer right now.
Information brokers.
The second Ember hears that, he just crawls out of the wagon. Wait! Nobody move!
Please don't hurt yourself.
When he's out of the window, Emerson will lean his head out and listen.
You guys
crawl out a window, yeah.
You guys peek your heads out and you see two small goblin men, dressed as carnival barkers, essentially identical. One of them is currently waving their hand, and a shimmering kind of dark green sigil is appearing in front of their carriage.
What's going on, guys? What are we doing?
Oh, your friends right here are about to make a very smart business choice here. We're trading some information. Penny for your thoughts, of course.
We were discussing telling them about what happened, with the moon and who did it. Could be a way of spreading that information to the people.
Oh, is this a business transaction?
We're getting paid for it.
Okay.
Aye.
The more important the information is, the more gold it's worth.
So we have information salesman at the side of the road with a magic green circle on the ground they want us to step into.
I assume it's just a zone of truth.
You can inspect it if you would so choose.
I would
I
like
want
to inspect
I
it.
want to look at the circle. I want to look at the creepy circle.
Both of you make Arcana checks.
I'm not good at that.
Can I make an no, never mind.
That's a 22. Turns out I'm good at that.
14.
All right. Lawrence, because you actually know this spell, and Ember, because you've seen Lawrence cast it, you are almost completely certain that this is just a normal Zone of Truth spell that they have cast.
Okay.
Yep, that's Zone of Truth.
Fine minds inspecting our circle. Don't want to get swindled on the road. Nope, don't want to get swindled at all. That's how I know y'all are adventurers. You're smart. Lots of thoughts in those heads. Lots of gold in those heads.
Ember's with Java's.
Oh, sorry, hang on, I forgot.
That's a lot. That's a bad
Maybe
sign.
there's no counter, hang on. Sorry.
Nope.
I think he said the cat was on the counter.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm not sure though.
Tasha, baby, get off the counter.
Sorry, I left a bag of cat food on the counter.
Oh, I see.
Alright. Sorry, Lords, what were you saying?
Yes.
What were you saying?
They're very fast talking and they compliment us a lot, and they've said their business deal is good multiple times. Red flags.
Maybe
Red
we should
flag.
have them stand in the Zone of Truth for a little bit.
Good idea.
Absolutely, as you wish. We will hop in our Zone of Truth to ease your minds. And both of them hop in the Zone of Truth.
Are you swindling us?
Absolutely not. Never swindle a potential customer, because if you swindle a customer, they'll never come back.
Is there anything... Who's gaining more from this
Oh,
transaction?
well,
You.
us, of course. We're business owners. We operate on a profit.
Damn it, that was the right answer. Yeah, I think we're good. Go on.
Excellent!
Over to me.
Whoa, yes. Lorik, you can pass the 2-question test.
So, Doric, they hop out of the
Right.
circle, you hop in the circle, you feel the magics begin to affect your mind. Do you relinquish the ability to lie?
I willingly
Very well. That's the word I was looking for.
accept the spell.
Now then,
Alright.
let's hear what you have to say.
I witnessed what happened to what caused the our lesser moon to explode. It was the doings of the Daybreak Society and their you could call them what's the word? They're God, what is the fucking
Scavengers?
word? They're like higher ups, people who like
Leader?
Elites.
they're in real life it's like people who pay their lessers to do work for them.
Bots.
They're
Contractor?
Lackeys?
they're leaders, you could call them. The Daybreak Society has assistance from a group called the Harbingers of the Oncoming Flame.
They're beneficiaries?
The beneficiaries, that I think it is. They're very old, and they have to do with many very bad things happening to the world itself. And if people want to point fingers, it's them and their Daybreak Society.
And is that your speech?
Oh, and of course, if you see anyone with a star for their head, or a burning ball of fire, it's one of them.
The goblins are gonna kind of trace a sigil in front of you and make like a sewing motion, like with thread. You're gonna see like a piece of magic come out of your forehead. They're gonna ball it up into like a knit ball, and then
pop it in one of their jars in their caravan. And Doric Proudsmith, you have completely forgotten everything you just said.
Like the knowledge?
Yep. You no longer have any knowledge about what happened to the moon.
Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
I mean, at least the rest of us do. That's just like a very very world-buildy, nice, cool setting, but also eerie.
And you see one of the
2-question test failed us.
And you see one of the goblins pop into the back of the caravan, the carriage, take the jar, put it on some sort of scale, and it's basically going to like weigh the scale all the way down. And they are going to kind of look at each other and say, well, now, really impressive, really impressive. We love to see something like this. Now we will pay out our maximum payout of 1,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, for shite. What did I just tell you?
Oh, you gave us your thoughts.
I'll just look back at.
We can
Lawrence.
fill you in on what's missing inside your
Wait,
brain.
no, this was a literal... You took his thoughts?
Oh yes, we were quite clear that we were going to do that.
I don't remember exactly what I just told them.
Well, if you want to keep a copy of your thoughts,
them-
if you want to keep a copy of your thoughts, you could give us a... Well, it's a bit difficult now, you see, but, well, some people do want to keep a copy of their thoughts, and we can give it back at half price.
No. No deal.
No deal then, all right.
Shouldn't I have a say in this? Is quite.
Doric, you've completely forgotten everything you know about the Daybreak Society.
What?
Oh, okay.
All of the Daybreak Society?
Yeah, you told them about the Daybreak Society.
He knows most of us, so that's a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. I don't feel so good about
Give me
that.
a copy of my
Is
thoughts
there no way
back
you
right now.
can give it back?
Oh, of course we can. You just have to take a half-price offer.
Half price.
I am not
Goblin
giving
Man?
up all of it.
Oh, this
Back,
seems
back, in the,
exploitative.
back in the circle of truth. We need to ask you a few more questions about this.
Right away! And they hop, like, they vault the window to this carriage, and they stand on... One of them stands on the shoulders of the other.
Okay. Question 1. When
Answer
he gets his
one.
memory back, his memories are perfectly fine.
Memories are perfectly
Or just totally
fine.
normal.
We run a high-quality business here.
Is it actually difficult to get his memories back, or are you just trying to fuck with us with the price?
It is a little bit difficult. It'd be
Little
easier if
bit,
you were
okay.
upfront with that, I will have to admit.
Yes. Is it worth the price we're paying to get his memory back, or again, are you just trying to hike up the price?
I can't possibly speak to your financial literacy and your financial situation.
That's a yes. Okay, you're messing with us. Good. No, you can't hug a huckster, man. I know what this is.
York is getting noticeably angry.
So, because I won't take it against your business, man. It's okay. You try to, like do the price little. So we'll take, let's say 25% of the price. That's gonna be what we're gonna pay to get his memory back. Okay?
25. That sounds a bit lowball, doesn't it, brother? Yes, indeed, it does sound a little low.
Well, I think it's a
Well, you
good
should
price
have
for
lied
you.
to me.
I didn't lie anything. No, there were no lies spoken here.
You did.
All
You
right.
said it was rather difficult to change it back, but you just
Indeed
admitted
it is.
actually wasn't quite difficult.
It
Well, I
So
think
that's
you should
why.
take that deal.
Indeed, it is
I am
difficult for
obsessed.
us. It is worth the 500 gold pieces to put this information back in your little head.
Well, I mean, consider that it did weigh down that device that you have pretty quickly. I think this is pretty important information. Maybe it was worth a little bit more than 1,000 to begin with.
Perhaps. But you have to understand, most of the information we come across is worth a paltry 25 gold pieces.
Well, that's not an issue with our information. It's an issue with your, I guess, equipment.
And consider we are not paltry in any way. And you can take that as persuasion, you can take that as a threat, you can take that how you want. You can, just as long as it takes the price down.
Make a
I
persuasion check.
insist that
Doric,
you put the price down.
make an
I'm the
intimidation
nice
check.
one here. You don't want to deal with them.
Doric, make an intimidation check.
Can I help?
Okay.
Sure. Well, yeah,
Can
okay.
I add guidance?
Yes, since you've taken part.
Nice.
Guidance. Does that give me advantage or?
D4.
You
I
already
think.
have advantage from Ember's help, and then this adds another D4.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
very
do
good.
anything, but from inside
Ooh.
the window, I'm gonna
That's-
ready my crossbow under,
That's
like
21.
inside, so they can't see it.
Yes, okay.
21.
Oh wait, no, I didn't roll with advantage. That is 23.
Nice.
Come close, brother. We have to discuss something. And they're gonna kind of whisper stuff in each other's ear, glancing, pointing. One of them's gonna point directly at you, Emrys. And they're gonna pop back up and say, I believe we've come to an agreement. 40%, and we throw in one of our prized magic balls.
Magic
What can you magic balls do?
They can tell the future.
In what way?
Well, you ask it a question, it gives you an answer. Just like us.
Is it accurate or does it lie?
It can. There's a small chance. Very small chance. The fates are the fates are always changing.
Dork will look back at the party, and one of his eyes is twitching.
Wait, so you're basically offering me a totally useless device that can
I-
just sometimes tell the truth.
No, I didn't say sometimes. And I didn't say it's useless either.
How often can it tell us the truth?
Brother, talk with me. They speak. They come back and say, "Oh, wait, estimate about 90% of the time it can tell the truth."
Yeah, that's all right.
Is he in the circle of truth while he says that?
He is, yes.
Well, that's not bad. What about the? Why is there 10% when it can't? What's the?
Say changing
what's the
fluxes,
bottom error?
changing fluxes, changing events. You ask an event quite far away. Who knows? Butterfly flaps wings, all that kind of nonsense.
I think that's amenable, Dork. Are we good here?
Make it 35.
I insist you take the 35.
You heard the man. 35.
35 sounds amiable.
And you keep the ball.
Very well. 35%.
Fine. Give me back my memory.
They uncork the glass jar reluctantly, pull out a set of knitting needles, and just kind of unspool the ball and then throw it right back into your forehead. You feel this overwhelming rush of memories flood back into your brain, memories that you didn't realize you had. And then there's a ding of a bell, and a little slot opens on the side of the carriage. And 1,000 times 0.35. 850 gold pieces roll out. Probably in the form of 35 platinum.
Thank you. It was a
Wait,
pleasure doing
850 gold pieces, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
And that was
We'll just
pleasure doing business with you fellas. Well, if you have any questions about your quest, we can certainly answer them. We have all the information in the world.
And information is a dangerous game to play, so you better know the risks. And he will turn around and walk back into the carriage.
Oh.
That was dramatic. We might actually still need answers from them, so probably shouldn't have done that.
Answers we have.
Now might not be the time.
Now's always the time. Profits on the horizon.
I mean, it could maybe be a useful idea to ask them some questions about, the various things we have going on.
I'd like to learn more about the seed, but
Yes.
I'm not willing to pay a ton of money for it.
Well, we can argue it down. We've shown we mean business.
That's true. Emrys will lean out of the cart and wave crossbow. He set his crossbow down now that the conflict was settled.
Yep.
you guys wouldn't happen to know about an artifact called the Seed?
What do you want to know?
What do you have to offer?
Oh, well, we have a vast variety of informations in our wares.
About the Seed?
About anything you could ask.
How much would it cost me to ask you what would happen if someone were to touch the Seed?
They kind of talk amongst each other.
Among us.
Well, you see how our business works. You can't quite put a price on information until it's specifically asked in a clear and concise question. So you have to ask a question first. Do you agree?
Sure, but I won't pay until I know the price.
That's how prices work.
Just clarifying.
Hop down, and then you can. One of them hops in the carriage and looks kind of browsing the jars that they have, and go ahead and ask your question.
All right. My question is, what would be the outcome if one person were to touch the Seed?
See one of the goblin inside kind of peruses all the jars in there, and then has a look of surprise, and then taps one jar, picks it up, carries it over, puts it on the weight, the scale thing. As expected, it dings all the way over to the one side. Says, "Alrighty, we have your answer. 3,000 gold pieces."
Excuse me?
3,000 gold pieces. This is quite a bundle of information you got there.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's bizarre that every question we answer seems to break the scale when you told us that most piece of information goes for 25 gold pieces a pop. It's, honestly a bit offending that the prices are so high with us. It almost makes me feel like it's personal.
Sorry, your friend here has asked a very, 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 very special question, which has a very, very, very special answer, worth quite a lot of money.
Let me get a little more specific in my question.
I have to re-quote you on that one.
Will that charge me?
Not until you ask the question.
Okay. My new question will be, how many people have touched the Seed at Snowtooth?
It's going to put the jar back, pull it out, pull another one out, and this time it's going to put a jar on the scale, and it's only going to kind of tip like halfway over. This one's 125 gold pieces. So what'll it be, a deal or no deal?
Will have to be a no deal. I already know what happens after your first question. I'm not willing to pay 3,000 gold to get context for it, so.
Very well. We'll just keep these thoughts in our humble little pantry. The rest of you, any other questions? Any other gold? Any other thoughts? What you got? No? No takers?
Wait, I'd like to know something.
Very well.
I guess I need to word it into a question, and then you'll weigh it, see how much I owe you for an answer, right?
Quite a keen mind you got on your shoulders. Yes, that's exactly how it works.
Okay. My question is, who was the god of the grave before the divine abscondment?
Gonna look through all of the jars. And he's gonna pull open a little hatch on the bottom of the floor that was previously hidden, hop down in there, and it sounds like there's clinking of glass. Well, we definitely have it. We have your answer right here. And he's gonna pull out a jar, put it on the scale, dings all the way over, and says, 4,000 gold pieces for this answer.
Wasn't the other one that made it all the way down only 3,000?
Well, I say this is a very temperamental piece of metal. You have to understand how it works.
All right.
I don't believe you have the qualifications, and we do. That's what we paid for.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm obviously not paying that one.
If we're going to a library, we can do it there.
Well, I'm sure this is it's also just a name, you know. But still, I was hoping it could be something. But oh well, that's all I have.
I actually have one more question.
Shoot.
Emerson, step into the sphere. If I intended to destroy the seed, what would happen?
That's hard questions.
Listen, Bessie, as fun as these guys love to charge me, I'm getting so much information just by knowing how much it costs.
Huh.
Yeah, there is definitely a certain amount of information that we get just by knowing something's cost.
Yeah, like
because
the
that means somebody else knows it.
Assuming they're telling the truth.
That's true.
Well, they have to be. I guess there's ways to counteract the.
Well, also the guy in the carriage looking at the jars is not in the zone of truth.
Yeah. But if anyone buys something, we'll do the sort of true move on them. But if nobody's buying, let's just.
Oh, shit.
I'm still getting information.
What was your question again, Emrys?
If I were to intend to destroy the seed, what would happen?
Do a little search again. Yes, we have your answer right here. Puts it on the scale. It does not move at all. And says, that's going to be 1 gold piece.
Step in the circle. Step in the circle of truth.
Yeah. Hey. He hops right down into the circle and says, that information in that jar is worth 1 gold piece.
Is it real? Is it what we want?
That's an answer to your question.
Okay.
You know what? I'll pay the singular gold piece.
Yeah, what's the harm?
You pawn over a gold piece. He uncorks the jar, spins the thread into your brain, and you have the answer to your question.
I'm waiting.
Oh, are you actually going to think of the answer?
I want to know what it was.
The answer to your question of what will happen if you attempt to destroy the seed, it will be destroyed.
That was expected.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
Damn. I think Doric is gonna, after a few minutes of being out inside, will come back out, calm down a little bit, and he's going to wait his turn.
Well, turn's yours.
I have one last question for you.
Lots of last questions with this group. We like last questions.
I have my question. You have information about lots of things, including people, right?
That's correct.
Well, here's my last question. Where can I find the werewolf by the name of Ayander Proudsmith?
Oh.
They search their cabinets once more. Let me check something. pull out a jar, put it on the scale. It dings about, not very much. Maybe like, a quarter of the way. And I say, well, here's your answer. Going price, 35 gold pieces.
Doric will reach into his bag, and he will hand over 35 gold pieces.
Wait, Doric, wait. Let's give him the test before we do it.
That's it.
Circle of truth. In with it. In with you.
Very well. You're a cautious bunch of people. It's good to be
Information
cautious.
you can give. Is it an actual location we can find?
Indeed it is.
Will it be given in map directions or just a town or area name?
It's gonna shine a light through the jar. Looking to be a town name.
Any other questions anybody want to clarify so we don't get screwed here?
I think if we were going to get screwed, it would cost less.
You can mean more, but yes.
I've got my fill of their snake oil.
Doric, pay the man. I think we're good here.
All right, take the money and tell me.
Hey. Good business day, eh, brother? And they're gonna uncork the jar, spin the thread into your forehead, and you now know Aya Proudsmith is in the town of Murrain.
Whoa!
The frickin' spirits, you. He will, like, kick a clump of dirt. And he'll just stomp around.
Well, isn't this good news? It's not that far from where we're going.
Ember, you don't know this, really. It's
Okay.
fully in his mind, so...
No, I was reading his mind. That's a character trait.
Oh, okay.
Burn that
Yeah, it's his
frickin' town
9th
to the...
level ability.
Doric, why are you mumbling angry about burning a town to the ground?
Oh, you can just guess, can't ya?
No, that's why I asked.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And he will stomp back into the carriage.
I do actually have one more question.
Another one more question. All right, let's go.
He'll start a circle. My biological parents, where are they?
Just gonna... Look for the jars. Well, we have this jar with an answer in it. Put on scale here. And ding, all the way over. There you go. This is going to be 5,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's it.
And I have to ask, why?
This seems ridiculous. Do you intend on just condescending me with all these prices? There's no way it costs that much.
That's what the scale says. You can kind of tell he's nervous.
Okay, back in the circle of truth. We're doing this.
Oh, very well. He hops in the circle.
We're getting to the bottom of this. Do you know how the how the scale works? Are you just making shit up as you go along?
How is the location of my biological family somehow more influential to more people than the name of a dead god? This seems ridiculous.
Well, you see, the scale weighs the jar and gives us the price. That's how it works.
This entire process is weighing on my patience.
How do we
What
know
is
you-
the point?
How
Of
do we know
making
you
it
don't affect the scale?
I
You're
don't
not
affect
just-
scale. I do not, and there's no way to know that but my voice. What I'm saying here.
Maybe if you ask about each of them individually, it can tell you something.
That's a point. I guess where is my biological mother located?
The goblin is going to stay in the circle, not hop in, and say, "Well, look, fellas, you've been real swell to us.
No. I've had enough of. Answer the question. Answer my question.
I'll be completely honest. I'm kind of forced to be. We may not have all of the information in the world.
Okay,
I
then
have
what
a
about my
question.
father?
Well, can you look?
Yeah, we do look. We don't have it. We're sorry.
Okay, what
I
about
have
my?
a question then. Emerald, I think I...
Okay.
Tell us from exactly where, or maybe let's say exactly who, you got the information about Emerald's birth parents from.
Sorry, repeat that?
The person. Tell us exactly who you got the information about Emerald's birth parents from.
I wish I could. That sounds like a really important question for you, but we don't have that information, you see.
What do you mean you don't have it?
No one's ever said that to us. No one's ever given us that information.
Well,
Then
somebody
why did
gave
you-
you the information.
Why did you price it at 5,000 gold?
Well, you see, fella, I didn't price that information at 5,000 gold. I priced the jar at 5,000 gold pieces.
Are you
that,
saying that the?
Yes, I am. That jar does not contain the information that you asked for. You see, this is how the business operation runs. If we don't have the information, we get a random jar that's really heavy, and then we price it way out of the sky that no one can afford.
No. Is he in the zone of truth?
Yeah, he is.
That's kind of funny, actually.
You slimy bastard. I have to respect that. That's really, really smart.
Why don't you just tell people right off the bat, though?
Well, you see, if we did that, we'd lose our edge.
Oh.
I am about to lose my edge right now. Do you have any clue of what happens when someone touches the seed, or was that also bullshit?
We've never heard of the seed in our entire lives.
Gentlemen, what's your names?
I'm Wheel, and he's Woe. No. He's Wheel, and I'm Woe.
Wheel and Woe. Does your little establishment have a name?
Wait, didn't they say the same names for like not contradicting each other, you know?
They said one of them is Wheel, the other is Woe, and then the other person said, no, I'm Wheel, he's Woe.
No, he said he's Wheel, I'm Woe.
Oh, then I misspoke.
What did the guy in the Zone of Truth say? We know for sure.
They're both in the Zone of Truth, and they both said their contradiction.
Okay. Does your little establishment have a name, or is it just Wheel and Woe?
Well, we never really thought about that. Our names carry far and wide.
Good. I will be telling the secret you've told me here today about how your trade works to everyone who will listen, which is many people. I will make sure you will never be trusted again, and sing your business. Thank you. Let's go.
Wait a minute. I want to tell the truth.
Why?
Very well, friend.
Truth. I
want to tell the truth. Okay,
you go first, Lawrence, because I also have truths.
My truth is that the information sellers and buyers, Wheel and Woe, actually, when they have information, when you ask for information that they don't have, they just grab a random jar and way overprice it.
Yeah. How many people is influenced by that?
It's probably a lot.
Yeah, piss for
Put that on the scale.
Motherfucker.
He takes the thought. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Would you like to keep this information in your head?
Oh,
You are
absolutely
remiss.
not.
He spins the thread out of your head. He weighs it. Is like, well, that information's probably worth around. I would say, how much would you say that's worth, brother? Probably 300 gold pieces.
You have scammed 300 people?
I don't know if that's how the math works. Is it 1-to-1?
It's influence. It's probably not 1-to-1.
Yeah.
It's a relative association.
Can
Let's
we
take the money
can
and
we
let's leave.
negotiate? Make it 400?
They are sweating. There are sweat rivulets running down their head.
We're destroying these poor people.
And
Good.
they take the jar, they weigh it, they dispense the 300 gold pieces onto the ground, and then they immediately like hit some they bang on the inside of the carriage. It almost like folds up on itself and immediately starts going down the road.
Nice. I will pick up the 300 gold pieces.
Damn.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Out of curiosity, Moss, what was the question you were gonna ask?
Oh my god.
oh, I was just gonna share my truth. Just that I fucking hate them.
Nice.
Yours was much more important, though.
Oh, sweet.
Well,
I'm
as-
glad.
as you're running away, you take they have to get the horse to actually cooperate and start moving their carriage. They pluck the thread out of your head, Emrys, that you hate them, and then they fling 1 gold piece over to you.
I'll catch it with Mage Hand.
Great.
Wait,
Both
I
of you have
realize now that
forgotten.
Ember's the only one who has hatred left for them.
Yeah, Lawrence, you forget
And-
that they're scammers.
Yep.
And I forget that I
And-
hate them, and my giving them 1 gold for shitty information is now no longer an issue.
Yeah, you just have another gold piece for God knows why.
Emrys, you're feeling good. You have no reason to hate anyone right now.
Yeah, I feel good.
Oh, man.
Who needs to know about their biological family?
Well, you got
That
one
was-
piece of information at least.
Excellently done.
Oh, so
I am
fucking
so
funny.
fucking glad.
Oh my god.
Oh.
We only would have gotten that last bit of money if we kept on questioning them. So
Yeah.
good shit to you, Ember.
It
God
was just
damn.
the second they did the thing and take his memory of like, oh, they are not nice. Let's fucking get them.
Yep.
Their ass.
Operators.
Shady businessman.
You know, I'm on my Ember's a better person arc, but you know, not anymore. Ember's gonna destroy these poor people.
Damn right. Well, they're not poor people. They
Oh, no worry, they'll be
probably
fine
make
with them.
quite a living from that.
We'll meet them again.
So every time we enter a new town, Ember's gonna talk about them, make sure nobody ever deals with them again.
Oh, God.
Nice.
All right. The sun is setting as they kind of skedaddle off into the distance. We'll say you have a pretty uneventful night. Lawrence, who's watching right now?
I'm gonna say Doric to just clear his head.
Dor, can I have you make a perception check?
Oh wait, let me check my modifier because I always forget it. 18.
18. As you're taking watch, you kind of glance up in the sky and you start to see like streaks of light burn across the sky quickly. Occasionally. And you've not quite seen shooting stars in this amount before.
Oh shite.
It's probably the moon, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that happens. You guys pull off on the road. There are a good amount of people that are traveling this road. So you pass some. You probably encounter another person, maybe. I don't know, once every 15 or 30 minutes. Night is uneventful. You wake up the next morning, you continue on your journey, and for brevity's sake, we'll say for the next 2 or 3 days, this travel is uneventful. You meet
I would still be doing my morning meditation during that time, wouldn't I?
And I would do my experiments.
Sure thing. So, Lawrence, actually, roll me 3 spirituality checks. Doric, roll me 3 tinkering checks with intelligence.
I roll 3 sleeping in checks.
Yeah, go ahead. Constitution checks.
I'd love to.
Let's see. That would be. Ooh, that's a high roll I can do. That is a. Wow. That is a 22 for my first one. A dirty 20 for my second one. And. Oh boy, that is a 27 for my last one.
Okay, so you have pretty much. What are you trying to do with these tinkering checks?
I'm trying to apply them to the Sword of Spell Rending.
Okay. So you're actually now taking the sword and making changes to it.
Yes.
Okay. You are making very good progress. You have not run into any mistakes so far, and you are pretty confident that the sword is taking this magic pretty well.
Awesome. I've even come up with a name for when it's finished.
Lawrence, what were your religion check or your spirituality checks?
The first day was 23, second day was 21, and third was 11.
As you pray, you feel your token of remembrance get warm, but there's not quite the connection that you've had when you've heard the voices. And mechanically, I will say you can only do that once every level around.
Okay. Makes sense.
But
I will still be meditating every morning.
with those high checks, your necklace does get warm, and you are confident that somewhere, someone is looking out for you.
Fuck yeah.
And you are very... You're at peace by that, I would assume. And
You would be right.
on the dawn of the third day, whatever, I'll actually get the schedule down pat as soon as I figure out some stuff. But the days blend together.
Oh yeah, and also I would eventually share with the party that information that he learned.
Oh, that your Aya is in Mirin.
Yeah, can I actually
Oh yeah,
say
go
what door?
ahead. Yeah.
So, what I learned from those 2 goblins, I've been looking for my husband that I lost a few years ago. We left my home of Gearvine. We were attacked outside of Mirain. We got separated, haven't seen him since. Those goblins just told me that he is back in Mirain. Right
Oh.
where we're going.
We can swing by, pick up your husband.
I
That's
think the
the
point
thing.
is that this has got to be something else going on here, or at the very least, quite distressing.
That's the problem. The thing about this is that I don't even know if he's alive or dead. And I don't even know if I want to know.
Well,
How long has it been since you've seen him?
It's, let me check my notes. I have a good estimation, but hang on.
1 second, guys. I gotta pull up my calendar.
Yeah. Where is it?
I was literally just telling him, oh, dates are important.
Yeah, I know. I have it. I just... Where is it?
Do you want the answer?
Yeah, I can't find it in my Google... Oh, wait. Gears and Vines.
You're asking how long it's been since they were attacked?
Yeah, hasn't it been 8 years?
It's been 11 years.
Yo.
Okay. I haven't seen him in about 11 years.
Sorry, 9 years.
9 years. I haven't seen him in about 9 years.
So what's the alternative? Wait 9 years more until you know anything?
I don't...
Listen,
I don't
listen.
know.
He could be alive or he could be dead. But you know that's the important part.
Osha is
No.
good.
Yes. And he could be alive. Sound good? Isn't that more to hope for? It's a chance. Right?
I guess I'm also afraid of if I found out information that I didn't want to learn, it'll do something terrible to me.
Well, if we only knew what we wanted to know, we didn't really know anything, would we?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's important to learn the truth about these sorts of things.
And at the very least, if it turns out that he's dead, we can give him a proper burial.
I guess that's a good idea. Anyway, let's just move on. We'll get there when we get there.
Aye.
Alright. Emma, you wanna play poker?
Emma always has the cards out.
There's
He's one of those who can do all those like fancy card mixing techniques.
Does Ember always have a deck of cards up his sleeve, ready to go at a
He
moment's
does,
notice?
yes. Always.
It's like we're not playing blackjack again. I'm sick of blackjack.
Why?
Because it's all luck and I'm very indecisive and it never works for me.
That's the trick, Embers. Cheat.
I'll say there was.
Have you been cheating?
Oh my god.
Well, we
Ember out
played
of the other one, like
blackjack?
a jacket pocket, he pulls out a fake deck of cards. Yes.
This is why I refuse to play cards with
Oh
him.
my.
You think I wasn't cheating?
Okay,
Yes,
fuck you.
you
New
do.
rules. New rules. We're both cheating, and it counts as long as you don't get caught.
That actually sounds very
Ember
fun.
just shakes his ankle a little bit and another deck of card falls out his pants pocket. His pants leg.
Yeah, well, watch this. And then I'm gonna use Mage Hand, and I can make it invisible. And I'm just gonna pick up one of the decks and the silly little ooh and levitate it over to my side of the table.
Okay. I'm gonna cast blindness on Embers and then just.
Oh my god!
Are you really?
That's so childish. Fuck you.
Are you really?
Yeah, actually, I am gonna fucking.
Empress. Con save.
Oh my god.
11.
That fails.
You have to be the 15. You're blind.
Oh my god. Damn it. I can't cast Hold Person. I need to see him.
And we're just gonna play multiple rounds while you're blind against you, even though you can't do anything.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand
I win.
and like very like blindly swing around and try and slap him. It's very easy to avoid.
Ember. Yeah, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Let's go. Does it just count as unarmed?
Just. Yeah, it is unarmed. Yeah, so no proficiency.
11.
I don't think that hits.
Damn.
You swing wildly. No one else sees this because it's an invisible mage hand, but Ember, you feel a presence brush through your hair.
How long is this gonna last?
Yeah.
Ah!
5 more hands.
Put the cards in my hand.
Sure.
Okay.
They're all ones. There's more ones than there should be there.
There should be
One-
zero
should be
nuns.
zero ones.
There's also a
Ones.
0. Yeah. Yes.
Is Lawrence or Doric in the room?
Yes.
Doric.
Yeah, Lawrence is watching.
Doric, what's my
Arms
hand?
crossed.
What?
What is my hand? My cards. What do they say?
I I'm not proficient in cards, so I'm just gonna.
Just the
Yep,
number.
they look good. Yep.
I don't trust that you know how to play poker. Lawrence,
No,
look
no,
at
I
my
don't.
cards.
Right. I look at his cards.
Is it a... What are they?
He's got 2 pairs.
Do any
Would
are any
Lawrence-
the same number? Or letter? Shit.
I don't know how to play poker in real life, to be honest with you.
He's got 2 pairs of the same card and one that's not anything.
Okay.
2 pairs of the same number,
Is that
different
good?
suite. That's no, not really.
I hope you
And
know
also, the
that...
cards you have technically doesn't exist in a deck of cards.
Yeah, I hope you know that my dad walked down the hall, saw me do D&D, said, "I hope you're winning," and then walked away. I'm not winning. I am not winning. Are we playing blackjack? Raise. It's like I've got like 4 cards. It's very clearly not blackjack.
4 1s and 1 0.
All in.
Ember,
I'm
you
not
win.
betting real money, Ember.
Oh, they weren't betting real money. I think they were. We're not playing
Alright.
for money. We're playing for the bragging rights.
The blindness fades at this point.
Fine, all in. All my
All-
dignity at this
All
point.
in with your fake poker deck.
I'm
Call,
all in too.
and Ember wins.
Yes, full house.
Yep,
It was-
Literally how? Literally how?
he cheated.
Because when you were blind, I just took the cards I wanted.
When I'm blind, I'm still blind.
No, you're not blind anymore.
Never mind.
I was like, you
You
guys,
said we could cheat.
you guys in the palace, you guys had the opportunity to go to the game room and actually do gambling.
Dang,
I had-
didn't
I had-
know that.
I had various games actually planned out.
Oh,
They'll
was
come
too
back.
busy
We'll
hitting on
bring
women.
them. I'll bring them back. There's gonna be some
hold
old
on, guys.
guy
I've got
in the
to.
tavern.
I've got to pull up the poker night Discord activity.
Oh my god. I don't know how to play poker either.
Question: have any of you ever played Swindlestones?
No.
No.
Good.
Oh.
Then we'll get to play that at some point whenever you guys find a person willing to teach you.
Hell yeah.
You guys.
I also,
Oh.
sometime throughout these few days, I would like to send out, preferably once we're at least like 4 days in, I would like to send a sending to Sunny.
Okay, well, we're on the 3rd day, so there's going to be a decision point on the 3rd day, which I have to get to, and then, yes, we'll do that on the 4th day.
Okay, then I'll send it on the 3rd day. Fuck it.
Okay, then, great. God, I wish Yonka were here right now.
Yeah.
25
It's
words.
okay.
Go.
Yep, it's less than 25. The sending is, quote, thought you should know. Sorry.
I need to...
That's it. He used all the words. Just hacking.
Sonny gets a message.
Thought you should know, and oh, that's the word limit. Thought you should know, Emmer seems to be doing well. He's even seeming to enjoy getting swindled by Ember in poker. How's Tano?
I'm writing it out. Hold on. Enjoys being
I
swindled.
have it copied. I can paste it to you.
Oh,
if you
yes,
would
please,
like.
actually.
There we go. I gotcha. I just DM'd.
Oh, well, it doesn't have a coughing in it. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm DMing this to Yonka, and I'm adding the coughing. Okay, you send that off. And,
Oh my
there's-
god, Yonka's on break. She's back.
Wait, are you
Yay!
back?
She's not in the call.
She's not
but
on call.
She just sent that.
Oh,
On
fuck yeah.
spectators.
Okay, well, I'm gonna DM her.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, well, whenever she responds, we'll get back to that.
This is beautiful.
How it beautifully works out. You can respond with 25 words or less. Okay. We'll get that whenever she's done writing it. So,
Nice.
we'll say Leon is out front watching. You hear a knock on the carriage. And you guys look out, and there looks to be a fork in the road. The road that you're on, the paved road, continues on. Off to the side, there looks to be a dirt path. And on it, there's a sign that says Howl. So, onwards to Howl, right?
I am good with that.
Me as well.
Yes, let's go. Yes.
Absolutely.
Very well. You turn off the road, and almost immediately, within the next couple hours, the environment completely changes from basically like shorelines and, coastal area to the sand just is everywhere. Sand and rock. It's all this kind of pinkish, reddish, orangish color. Very, very irony. And over the horizon, you can start to see these huge pillars of rock, these cairns and mesas that just extend into the sky. Let me get the... oh, come on, skip Skyrim. There we go. Lively desert. The grasses kind of fade away, replaced, or the coastal reeds and grasses fade away, replaced by, thorny bushes and very few saguaro and barrel cactuses. It's an environment that I don't think any of you have ever been in before. It is windy, it is cold, it is dry. And whoever is outside, their nose, you're pretty much guaranteed a nosebleed in this environment.
Oh.
Already on my way.
Yorick is making sure to get some fresh water out of the alchemy jug and making sure everyone drinks up. We have about 8 gallons, I believe.
8 gallons a day, yep. Oh, and Lawrence, in your head, in Sunny's voice, you hear, "I'm glad Emrys is doing well. He's always been good at playing poker. Tano's alright, a bit lonelier after y'all left. Safe travels, friend."
Aww.
He will relay that message to Emrys.
Emrys, you now have the words from your hubby.
Yay. Oh, thank you, Lawrence.
God,
It's nice he would lie to you about your poker abilities. That's nice.
Reach has been made obsolete overnight.
No, she hasn't. She's my baby. And for your
He's a bird bunny
information,
now.
and for your information, Ember, I am actually well known for being good at poker. Just when you play it correctly.
I mean, isn't it correctly? It's just winning.
Winning correctly?
I don't think it's just winning. I don't.
No. Nuh-uh.
What the fuck you mean,
Nuh-uh. It's better to
From the
win.
army?
Nuh-uh. It's better to win when you do it on your own skill and the luck and fate of the cards.
I do it on my own skill. It takes a lot of work to cheat.
You blinded me! That takes very little work.
It was a spell. It took
And you
effort.
switch the cards for cards that don't even exist.
You know how hard it is to print your own playing cards?
Yes.
Not
Why
easy.
did you pick ones that were so clearly fake?
Silly
You
Emrys
couldn't
hasn't heard of Tano and poker.
Exactly.
I have heard of Tano and poker. I just like to play legitimate
new
poker at
districts.
my tables.
I I once had a guy throw a chair at me during a poker game, and when I woke up, all my cards were gone. I lost that game fair and square.
That does not sound like a game. That
was
sounds like you
legal,
were
too.
mugged.
That was a competition.
Sounds like you were
and the judge
mugged.
said it was okay.
Yeah, the judge said it was okay.
Is that fun for you?
I mean, I hit him with a chair afterwards as well, but that was not a part of the
Were
game.
you drunk?
I could have been. I don't know. I was hit
Oh
with a
my
chair.
Oh no.
The double chair counter. Impressive.
It's like a classic Tano move. You don't want to hear about Tano chess, man. That's wild.
Oh, I know about Tano chess.
Yeah,
But on my side of
there are
Tano,
multiple horses involved.
Oh my god.
It's very common to bring a knife when you play Tano chess. For
at
whatever
my
reason you might
poker
need it.
tables, it's filled with drinks and intrigue, not muggings and whatever the fuck happened to you.
Sounds very boring.
Adding so much lore to Tano right now.
I just make Tano a worse place every time I add law.
No, I think you're making it way better.
Traditional chess horses.
Yeah. Lauren, you're kind of familiar with how sending works. Just hopping back a second. And technically, since the inside of this carriage is a separate plane, you would know that there is a chance that it won't get through. So, assuming Lawrence is smart, you would probably hop outside to get better reception, right?
Yes, he would.
After you finish sending this spell, but before Emrys or Sunny has given you a response, you see off in the distance something move. Kind of after you've turned off the road to the desert, looking back towards the more forested or reedy coast, you see what looks like a spectral elk hop through the bushes and then turn immediately to face you.
I wave hello, recognizing Trevor, I assume.
Oh.
It doesn't really respond, but it slowly kind of creeps forward a little bit to follow you as your carriage moseys on, and eventually it kind of bounds away.
I will send a silent prayer to his fortune.
Very nice. And
You was a fourth or fifth party pet.
Yep.
he's not dead. He's just, well, he is dead.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was dead to begin with, but yeah.
He's very dead. You saw him die. Let's see. 15 minutes left. Okay. You guys, the travel through the desert is almost... The Snowbird Road was a little bustling. There, you could count on seeing people every so often. This trail is deserted. There are no people around. You are pretty confident you are the only person for like 5 to 10 miles around you once you're a couple days in. And you start noticing a couple of odd occurrences in the desert over the day or two that you've spent, especially if you decide to spend any amount of time outside. You see these weird insect-like bugs. Well, I guess they are insects. Large insect-like creatures that look kind of like... oh shit, what are they called?
Tumbleweed spiders.
Spider-like. They kind of look... They have 4 legs and grasping mandibles, an arched kind of carapace back that they raise into the hand, and you've seen, or raise into the air, and you've seen a couple of them hunt other
Like
various...
a scorpion?
Kind of like a scorpion, but without the tail.
Okay.
I will actually just send a reference picture of them.
Oh, is it like a cave spider?
It is that.
Oh, an
Oh,
antlion.
yeah.
Antlion from Half-Life 2. Great.
You see a couple of those little friends scurrying around. You see a pair of them hunting some animal that's hidden behind a ridge. One of them shoots a glob of acid out of their uh, abdomen. I think that's the right one. The butt of the insect.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's abdomen.
Yes, it is.
And they are voracious. They are aggressive, and you hope you do not come into contact with any of them.
Not help but wonder what they would taste like.
Ooh. You know, we could absolutely take one down.
I mean, we had the that cave spider meat back in Snowtooth, and that was actually pretty good.
It was.
When did you fight a cave spider?
We didn't fight one; they were serving it at the tavern in Snowtooth.
There's a rust monster.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I would remember sending you up against a cave spider.
It was a rust monster, I thought.
Yes, you
There
did.
were
You did
yeah,
fight
there
rust
were-
monsters, but
We
cave
fought
spider.
rust monsters.
Cave spider was some of the meat that was being served at the taverns. Yes. I
yeah, they
remember
were
that.
raising cave
Mhm.
spiders for
And the silk. Yes, they had their silk for Ember's bardic
Ooh.
doublet
That I bought for him.
that you bought because Ember got kicked out.
Oh my god! If we
Yeah.
go back to Snowtooth, that shop owner is gonna be so pissed.
Bobby, the
Yeah.
Batful.
He's not gonna recognize him.
Ember is probably the most recognizable person ever.
Not if he wears the
Oh,
cloak
yeah.
inside out.
That is very true.
Buy something, and take the cloak off, and like, thanks, bitch.
Do a full Pretty Woman. Big mistake.
He flips out the collar of the cloak.
He popped the.
He pops the collar, yeah.
So, another couple days pass, and by now the canyons around you are pretty much blotting out the sky almost. They rise 3, 4, 500 feet above you, and this path is kind of taking you down the middle in the valley. And Leon says, "Hey, this is the day. We're probably gonna run into Howl sometime today."
All right. How would you say you've? God, I'm trying to think of the words. You think we'll make it by the end of the day?
Oh, probably.
All right. And are there any like lookouts or guards?
Oh, yeah, but let this in as long as we don't cause any issues.
Well, I know it's just like, never mind.
You don't plan on causing issues, right?
No, I was just thinking.
We never plan on causing issues, they just kind of happen.
Never mind. Just hope we don't get. I'm just paranoid. Haven't seen anyone around here.
There's no one but the bugs and the various desert life. See
Hey,
some
the bugs
vultures.
that we watch tear apart their prey.
Oh, yeah, the antlions. There's a couple of them near Howl, but they don't really attack unless you step on the sand.
Is
Ah,
Howl the Australia of Tano? Not Tano, of Espa?
Howl is based off of a very specific town that I have been hyperfixating on
Nice.
from a certain visual novel.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which one?
I will take it outside of the Lotus.
Yeah.
Oh!
Alright, Bessie.
That nothing. It's okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
Hey,
It is-
Don't worry about it.
This is, I will say,
You consume zero media, and yet the media you consume, we can't even speak of. This is
It's the forbidden media.
of it. I mean,
dastardly.
it's called the smoke room, but it's not for discussion.
It's not a place for 18 and below the age of 18 discussions.
Oh my, okay.
It's not porn.
Looking it up.
It is porn, let's be honest.
I need to agree to yes, I'm 18 or older to enter the itch.io.
Bestie, I'm reading the synopsis.
Okay,
love
but
it.
it's
Inspired
horror.
by the ambience, not the actual
it
content.
says horror romance.
It's very good at doing the horror, though.
Nice.
Anyway, not that I played it.
I have not played
Anyway,
it. I have not played
D&D.
it. Just so you know, I have not played it.
I mean, you'd be justified for playing it.
It's very well
I
made.
want to. Anyway, D&D.
Yeah.
This reminds
Looking
you
at the
more.
otter.
If you, oh yes, I love Todd. This is more the American Southwest rather than Australia. Lawrence, to answer your question.
I see.
Yes.
Cool.
You round a huge mesa, and before you kind of stretches out, you see the first building you've seen in quite a while. Looks like a rundown shack, broken windows. No one's probably living here.
Out in the sand.
Yeah, there's a bit of a dune piled up along the side of it.
All right.
You continue?
Yeah, I don't want to touch the sand.
Continue on. The sand slowly changes back to like kind of like a dirt rock with a lot of clay in it. And you see a couple more buildings pop up. And kind of towering over, you've kind of come across the town of Howell right now. There are a couple of buildings that just look like standard houses. This is a tiny town. This is smaller than any of the towns you've ever been in before. And there's probably only like 5, 10 buildings maybe. Towering over all of these buildings, though, is a barn. Rounded, kind of hip roof. And you see various people, perusing and going in and out of this barn. However, probably the most interesting aspect of this town is the massive gaping pit that opens up just past the edge of where all of these buildings are situated around. You can't quite see down it. You have to enter town proper, but you can't see the end from where you are.
What is that? Is that a mine?
That's them all.
Oh, that's what you drop people into to.
You don't drop them down. You just go down the elevator.
And
Oh.
what's at the bottom of the mall?
Abandoned mines, really. This used to be a mining town.
So why would you go down? What's down there?
Well,
The thing you touch, right?
yeah, that's it.
What is that
What's
thing?
that mean?
People all have different names for it. There's the soul, the spirit, the wolf. It's kind of like a.
Yes, but what is it?
It's like a. I don't know. It's been so long since I touched it. It's like a ball of something, like metal or something. It's big.
Is it white?
No, I don't.
Is
mean
it white?
physically.
What?
Kind of. It's like a little glowy.
Oh, Ooh.
Is
Oh,
it-
no.
Is it like several meters, like probably 6 by 6? Not meters, feet.
Yeah, I guess a bit. Why?
Does it have fluid around it?
No fluid. No.
I think that might have been.
What happened when you touched it?
I literally just told you that's why I'm this way. Lycanthropy.
Yes, but that was the outcome. That was not the moment you touched it.
Yeah, no, that was the moment.
How hard is it to go see the object?
Quite.
Hey, that's something we could perhaps ask around about. I'm assuming there's people around with more knowledge on this thing in Hell, right? That thing that you're describing sounds just like the thing right under the Snowtooth Mountains. The Calabash Mountains.
I've never been there.
I have.
It's a giant sphere of we don't know that they pour something on it to produce some kind of fluid that they use to power the entire town. Well, it's a city.
So much like you, they built their entire city's culture around a mystical, unexplainable object.
Oh, no, we don't build this. We didn't build this town around it.
You built it and then you found it in the mine.
Hey. Yeah. Well, it wasn't us. It was the miners way back when.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
And at
So
that
I
point, the
assume
town
that was
stuff
roughly 100 years ago, give or take, when this town also changed its name.
Yeah, I guess about.
Well, isn't that
it's about
ironic?
change.
Well, let's get you into the cactus brick and get you settled in.
Hey, and then we can get you to your family here.
Oh, yeah, gotta find him. Not that hard. There's not many buildings here where people can, hide.
All right, we'll trust you to be our guide.
And I actually think that's probably going to be a good stopping point.
Okie dokie.
I need to do a little bit more prep, but you guys reached the desert town of Howl, apparent source for lycanthropy.
Let's go.
And another
also-
seed, it seems. That's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Another
Interesting.
artifact to hyperfixate on.
Yeah.
Don't touch this one.
Well, I am curious. What
I am touching
what
this.
makes what's different about lycanthropes compared to people who are not lycanthropes? Like mechanically.
Mechanically, they can transform. They can there's quite a bit different. I don't really understand the question.
Like if Lawrence were to I'm not saying that this is something that I'm going to do. It's something that I'm considering. If Lawrence were to touch the thing and gain the lycanthropy curse, what would that do?
Oh, okay, yeah. I have some write-ups for it. Basically, it's emotionally based, and it takes time to kind of tame it. This is all out of character. It takes time and effort to tame it to something you can properly control and not just fly off the hook as a werewolf or whatever. There is also the option to, take a level into the what is it?
Blood Hunter?
Yeah, but what are the subclasses for? They're not oaths. They're
Order of the Lycan.
orders. Yeah, so you could take it, but that'd be triple classing for Lawrence, and probably isn't something you want to do. That's more
Probably
someone who
not.
intentionally amplifies their own lycanthropy versus someone who just kind of lives with it.
Yeah.
It's an option,
Okay.
and
It is an
I
option.
can refine that
Okay.
for you.
If that's something that you would like to do, like I said, I'm not really
We'll see.
in it. I'm just I'm curious,
We'll see where the story goes, because who knows? You might not have a choice.
Sweet.
This was a fun session.
This was an incredible
This was
session.
a fun section.
I'm
Oh my
sorry
God.
Yes.
it didn't end on a solid note, but the past
We've
few
had plenty of back to back to back, like fucking insane sessions. I think it's
Yeah.
fine for one of them to,
Nice.
It's
to
okay,
end
we
on
have
like
an
a
extended
regular
scene
note.
of just Ember cheating in poker. That's fine.
Yeah.
We will resume while you explore the town of Howell. I will update the maps to have the correct names and perhaps go splunking, it seems, if that's something the party is interested in.
Sweet.
Back into the mines.
I will be touching that artifact. Rest assured.
Oh my god.
No,
Very well.
we're gonna tie a rope to Emrys.
All right.
Put him on a leash.
No game next week. Me and Spence are going to be going up to Chicago, and depending on our availability, there may or may not be a game the week after if I've had enough to prepare because there might be some big stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
If
But I'll keep
you
all
don't prepare, or like if you don't have enough time to prepare, but you do have enough time to be a player, I could probably write up a one shot.
Absolutely, that could be fun.
Ooh, I'd always be up for that.
Or maybe get in touch with Lily. See if she has more free time to join us and reboot Boilu.
Oh yeah.
God, I wish.
Ooh.
I
Hi, baby.
I talked with her recently, and her schedule has appeared to open up a little bit. So we'll see.
Okay, we'll be in contact.
I
All right.
love Boilu so much, but
Yes.
I miss my one brain cell monk.
I miss kissing lizards.
I'm so glad you got to meet Wheel and Woe. I have been laboring over these
them.
fucking
That
people.
was such an interaction. Oh my god.
I have been obsessing over those two for like the past 3 days. I'm like, oh shit, this is the perfect. How do I give them money and like information in a batshit way? And then you ask like the hardest.
You better
question.
meet these guys again. They are new nemesises.
Yeah, well, you already have one nemesis, the fucking 16-year-old Dragonborn.
But he's my personal nemesis. This is a group nemesis.
Yeah, this is
They're the BBEGs.
Yeah, this is something that they did like that was morally wrong that Lawrence has since forgot about.
Yeah, that 16-year-old. That's private Ember business. That's his deal.
Well, my rival is dead. Thank you, Ember.
All right, everyone. Good night, and thank you so much. I'm glad we had a fun session after all the seriousness that we've had.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much for DMing as always. Have a lovely night,
That's
everybody.
great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.